Oh, hello.
Yes, the good old Willy Wonka. Actually, it's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but they call it Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Great
So there's
movie.
a yes, it is a lot of English speaking in that one, except for the few Americans. Well, actually, no, it was just Gene Wilder. No, Gene Wilder, Mike TV, Violet. And that was pretty much it. Those are the only Americans I think in the movie itself. Because Augustus Gloop was like Austrian or something. Augustus Gloop, don't drink the chocolate, Augustus. You're going to get any bigger. Oh, but he's a fellow ginger. Look at that. Yes, a fellow ginger. Well, I didn't notice that. All
Is
right,
there
that's
any
fine.
is there any way for me to zoom my camera out on this?
No, there's not.
Oh wow, my head looks massive.
Hey, don't worry. People just say you got a big head, but that's another story. that's, that's another story for
It
another
wouldn't
time.
be the first time.
Oh, ouch. Ouch, it does hurt. But anyway, well, when someone says coming through, you're like, just give me a moment. I can see you doing that too. But anyway, welcome everyone to another DaraChat. Of course, obviously. Usually I don't do weekends. It's usually my time to rest. But because sometimes the schedule doesn't work out for people, so sometimes there's a rare occasion where you get a weekend. And of course, I get to have on BBQ Penguin, which just makes it sound like something delicious you shouldn't be having. Um,
I was actually told what it tastes like. So
oh, really?
apparently penguin is really oily and fishy.
Well, that makes sense because their fat keeps them warm during like the Arctic and all that stuff. So it makes sense. I think it's sort of like how duck is, right? Because I know some people eat duck, so it's
Yeah.
oily, it's very gamey. You have to do all the special stuff. But I've never had duck. I had an opportunity, but I didn't take it. I was like, I don't know about that, but it is what it is. Um, but you won't see me eating penguin because I think they're protected. I think they're endangered, aren't they?
Tell the Eskimos that, bro.
Hey, you know what? That's true, but I ain't no Eskimo. I'm in a room with heated, and it's about 50 degrees. Yeah, it's about 50 degrees where I'm at. 50 degrees. What is that in Celsius? Gosh darn it. Celsius to Celsius. I gotta find the. Hold on. Technical Fair. There we go. Celsius to Fahrenheit. I need something to say. So 50 degrees is 10 Celsius. It's 10 Celsius where I am for all those in the UK. Because I'm an American and I use freedom units.
I think it's like 3 where we are right now.
Which would probably make that around 40, I would believe. Yeah, it's 37. 37 degrees Fahrenheit. But around 40 was right. Yeah. I'm going to keep that handy just in case.
Yeah, we're gonna need like translators and everything on this podcast.
I don't know how to. What? So you said 25? Hold on, 25 Celsius. Okay, hold on. Meters? What's metric? What's going on? Yeah, I don't. I can't. I can't do that automatic like shift over because I know there's an equation to do it for like Celsius to Fahrenheit. But I'm like, I saw the whole equation. I'm like, I'm done. I'll just use a computer. It'll do that way.
You know what's crazy, right? You've got an English guy on, and we're talking about the weather.
Yeah.
And literally all we talk about is the weather.
Yeah.
The weather or sports, usually.
Weather or sports.
Weather or sports or a cup of tea.
14 degrees Celsius where she's at. What is that exactly? 14. Oh, it's about 60. So it's about 60 degrees. So, hey, Wendy, how are you? Are you a bit sick? You're very no. It's a scheduling thing. It's I know it's
my fault.
No, it's 21. No, she's all right. She's actually Wendy is from the Netherlands, so she's not too far from you guys over there. But no, it's my guest. Sometimes my guests just can't make a weekday, so I do weekends on a rare occasion. So this is a weekend. Plus, I just not too long ago got done with my overtime work, so I'm like, so that'll be a nice big bonus to my paycheck. But no, I mean, I've had a few people from the UK and some from Germany as well. I've had a few people from Germany on, and I'm always interested in like the life sort of thing, because I found that you there I've seen like people who like for Japan, like people who live in Japan, sometimes they'll do like a walk around and stuff, like see what it's going on at the time, because right now in Japan it's like it's a little out, it's quite a ways, it's 12 hours ahead, it'd be about 15. It's probably a little past 2 to 3 a.m. right now. So and in the UK it'd be about 8 p.m. ish where you're
It
at.
is, yeah.
So I know I can figure out. I can also use the internet too. There's that too. But like I've had enough people on to know I can figure out. Okay, UK is 5 hours ahead. Netherlands, South Africa is 6 hours ahead. It's a lot of time zones to keep. But
Do
once
you
I
know what
got
I
it,
find crazy is
yeah,
like when I speak to different streamers and they're obviously all from the US, but the fact that there's different time zones in the
yeah,
US, I find that wild, man. Like that just shows you how big it is. Like the US is
yeah.
huge.
Well, and you have to realize that I'm on the east. I'm Eastern time zone, so that includes New York and all that over there. So the Eastern time zone, I have that. There's Mountain, which is no. There's Central, which is 1 hour before my time. Then there's Mountain, which is 2 hours before my time. Then you have Pacific, which is 3 hours, and then you have places like Hawaii and Alaska, which are 4 hours behind me. So you do have that progressive like one step down, but it becomes more step down the further you go back. And it's understandable because like my 7 a.m. is not going to be their same 7 a.m. because it's still going to be dark where they're at. Like where you're now, it's probably getting dark where you're at now.
Oh, it gets dark way early, yeah. So
Yeah.
it probably gets dark like I don't know, like 5 p.m. right now, 6 p.m., something like that.
Yeah, so by the time it gets dark for you, it's still pretty much midday for us at that point. So, the world may not be a perfect sphere, but it's certainly geoidish in that regard. But anyway, we're everywhere today. But like, I still have to ask your name.
Hey, hi Ari.
Hey, hello Ari, how are you? So, what's your name?
Moderate.
Like, where'd you come up with that?
My name?
Yeah, the barbecue penguin.
I get asked this all the time, you know. So I started streaming in 2015. And
Oh,
I was on Twitch.
okay.
And at the time it was like everybody had something gaming in their name. You'd go into a
Mm,
chat and everybody would have like gaming in their name, or
mm,
everyone's names look quite similar. I wanted something that would stand out when I was in
mm.
people's chats and things like that. And I just came up with that, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's um,
Like there's
mm,
nothing behind it. Like there's no like, oh, penguins are my favorite animal or anything like that. It was just literally it just came to me. It was random.
I just I just thought it'd be like something like, yeah, I had a penguin once and it tasted delicious. Look, it came up
No.
on my lawn and it was right there, and I was like, man, I'm starving. There you go. Wendy says it's -5 Celsius and 23 degrees at this moment here. Wow,
Damn.
pretty cold. Listen, it was a few weeks ago. It was like -4 at one point, and that's like, I don't even know what the, oh gosh, what is negative? What? Hold on, I gotta get back to my. Hold on, I get back to my thing. Hold on, -4.
Welcome to the DaraChat Weather Channel, guys.
-20 is what it would be for you guys. -20 is what it would be for you, for those in metrics. So if it was -4 where I am at, it'd be -20 for where you guys are at. So there's that. But yeah, it was like it.
That's an idea for new content for you, like a daily weather report from around the world.
I don't make enough for that to happen. That's gonna be, and here we are in the bungalows of Kaplakabla. It's really hot. It's really steamy. I think someone's trying to make a. I think someone's trying to cook a dog. Is that? No, they're not. No, that's not a dog. It's just a small child. But
Wow.
when he goes dark fast, then you know you're okay. No children harm in this commercial.
God damn.
You know how they say that in movies, like no animals harmed, and it's really was just a CGI animal they used. It's like,
Yeah.
well, you wouldn't even use anything real. You just use something CGI. What? Why do you need to say that? Oh, because there was a bird on the power line. Like, you don't have any control over that. Just goodness sake, I can't believe it. But I mean, so you've been doing it since 2015. I mean, that's what,
Yeah, so I
10
I
years.
started in 2015. I did pretty well. Like, I was really bad at streaming. So when I first started, I didn't even have like a webcam. I didn't even have a microphone. I used like a headset microphone to begin with.
Hmm.
And I was just gaming. Like, I didn't know anything about streaming or anything like that. I literally just gamed.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where I sort of got chatting with some other streamers, and we all streamed a game called The Crew.
Hmm.
It's an Ubisoft game. It's like a racing game.
Oh, okay.
And we had like a team of like 5 or 6 of us, and we became quite popular on that. So, like, every time we'd fire up the stream, there'd be like 100 people watching.
Hmm.
And this was in sort of my first year or 2 of streaming. And I didn't know what to do with it because I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't very good or anything like that. So we did that for a little while, and then the stream team sort of broke up. We had some arguments and things like
Yeah.
and then it all fell apart. And so I took a break from streaming, um, until probably until Black Ops 4 came out, whenever that was, because I found myself gaming a lot more.
Hmm.
So I was like, "Well, if I'm playing it all the time, I might as well stream again."
Yeah.
And then lockdown came, and
Mm-hmm.
lockdown was when I really started taking it serious, and that's when I saw everything take off. I think most people did, but that was when I really started getting into it.
Right. Because I mean, I think for a lot of people during that time when that happened, it was sort of the change of. I mean, that's how some people got big, is because people were more inside,
Yeah,
and they they didn't have very much else to do other than clean, and cleaning doesn't last very long. Um, but people were inside, and that's how some streamers became big during that time, because they were on and someone needed to watch or whatever. So it was a
yeah,
connection. So a lot of people during that time period got pretty well known, or they made quite some moolah. But now that everyone's able to go back outside now, it's sort of become a lesser state, because you're not like forced to be inside or whatever,
yeah.
which is a good thing.
I actually thought I was gonna go full time based on what I was seeing. Like,
Yeah.
I was on Facebook gaming at the time, and I became a partner.
Wow.
And, I was firing up my stream, and I was getting anywhere up to, like, 1,000 people watching me,
Mm,
and it was crazy. I was, um, on the incentives program and things like that, and I genuinely thought it was gonna be that was it, like, I'd made it, and then
mm,
Facebook gaming died completely because they didn't listen to their content creators,
mm,
and the platform died. They focused on VR, I think, a lot more,
right.
and AI and stuff like that, and it just killed the platform. So
Mm,
after that, I was like, "Well, what do I do now?" And then I sort of floated around with, I went on Mixer and other platforms, and then I found TikTok,
oh,
and I started to see growth on TikTok, so I started streaming there for a couple of years.
nice.
But it's never really been the same
Hmm.
since Facebook died.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were. I'd seen that, like, I guess, what was it I saw? Someone with Facebook, like, I guess it just got too much, and they just shut it down. I think it was they just stopped having it altogether.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they like that kills like live streaming altogether or whatnot, but the gaming section certainly was big.
They've closed down the creator program, so there's no creator program for Facebook now, but you can still monetize on there.
Yeah, which is, I mean, is the for many, I would think, still the important part. But yeah, it still is a psyche situation. But I mean, it's Facebook. Like, majority of their stuff is going to be towards whatever they want, and it makes sense for the VR, because they had the what was it, the MetaQuest? I think that was what they
Yeah,
had.
they put everything into that, and then the gaming side sort of suffered.
Yeah,
They spent a lot of money on that, right? I don't know how much it was, but they put a lot of money into VR
yeah.
because they were making the metaverse and stuff like that, weren't they?
Let's see, Facebook VR Meta HeadQuest uh, costs. Just want to see. I know. No, I don't need to. Uh oh, here we go. This might actually be worth it. There's a little end part to it. Uh Meta continues to invest heavily in VR, with Reality Labs reporting 18 billion in expenses in 2023, though revenue remains below 2 billion. The company is focused on making mixed reality more accessible through lower cost options like the Quest 3S. So I'm guessing they're still putting into it.
I've just
VR.
googled how much it would cost to develop the metaverse, and it says exceeding $100 million.
Yeah, that's insane. But I mean,
And then also as well, I'm seeing another one on Reddit which says it was 10 billion a year to make it. $10 billion a year?
that's
Nah, there's
insane,
no
Mula.
way. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane, Mula. Like it, but I mean, it kind of again, it kind of goes with it because again, Facebook was just itself, and I think they bought something that became MetaQuest because Facebook owns Instagram and then Threads and that whole ordeal. So
Yeah.
that's all within that realm. But I mean, for me, like I got rid of my Facebook account ages ago, but it was mostly just because I was on too much social media and just trying to cut it down. But it really has felt like that Facebook has become sort of like the retirement home of a social media platform because it feels like it's just mostly a retirement home at a certain point. Young people still use it, obviously, but people are spreading themselves out to like X and
It's so dead. Like Facebook is so dead now. Like you scroll down your feed. Like if I'm on my personal profile, I'll scroll down my feed and it's just ads. Like it's
yeah,
constant ads.
yeah, and most likely because that's how they make their money. That's how almost all platforms make their money is through
You
ads.
can still grow though. Like Facebook Reels are really good for growth. Like I still think it's one of the best platforms to grow a page on. Like as a
Mhm.
content creator.
So, because you stream, obviously, what platforms do you stream to or put your stuff on per se?
I stream to TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Rumble. Obviously, I really like Rumble.
Mm.
And Twitch. Yeah. So the main ones mostly.
So you got like five-ish different platforms you stream to,
Yeah.
which is so it's just a lot, but it's not bad because there's tools you can use that can help you do that, or restream, StreamYard, or whatever. Uh,
Rumble Studio is awesome. Like if I didn't have Rumble Studio, I wouldn't be able to do it.
yeah, because it's free to use, and it certainly outweighs that regard um, for say like stream modes whatever because I think it was sometime last year StreamYard decided to charge like $50 a month just to use it, and I was like, well, that's not going to be helpful.
See, that's a reason that alone should be a reason for more content creators to go to Rumble and use Rumble because the restream um, on Studio is free. I don't
Yeah.
understand why you wouldn't do it.
Well, I mean, there's some limitations it still has. I mean, obviously, there are tools that StreamYard has or Restream has that Rumble Studio just does not have yet, if at all. And there are certain parts of it that are just not up to par to what they are using and what they expect to use. So you do have that kind of working against it. So while the hope is like more people would come over, it really is about Rumble trying to catch up to what's already out there because people are already so used to it. Like you can go to StreamYard and use all these different tools that it has and it works perfectly fine majority of the time. Sometimes you have issues. Same with Restream. Restream is no different. It works the majority of the time, and then sometimes it has issues. But
Yeah.
Rumble has different sides of it. Obviously, there's direct, and then there's Canvas, and those are two different arenas of it, and it's free to use. But there are still some missing tools that the other broadcasting software out there has that it doesn't have. So I guess the future will wait to see if they do bring those items in. But the point of that is that um, part of it is the Rumble stigma. Obviously, the name does not immediate bring up. Oh, it's a variety place platform. It's more political. So
Yeah.
there's that, and two, again, it's going to be on the tools that Rumble Studio offers that just that other platforms have, and it doesn't. So there are those things that kind of work against it. It's easy to say free and say, well, just use it, but people are used to what they're used to, and you can't really. It's like it's a saying, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
That's it. That's it. People like routine. They like what they're used to and what's comfortable, don't they? So
Well, and it's also like you already know how to use it. Like if you started out with a hard to use tool, say like OBS, and you are using it and using it and using it over time, over space or whatever, and then comes along this tool that is pretty easy to use. It makes things easier than OBS, but you try to use it and you're kind of flipping around and you're kind of messing things up or whatever, and so you're kind of in this space where you're trying to learn how to use a new tool. So there's that faction too. Like people are so used to what they use that trying something else will just be more difficult. And I think that's another issue that Rumble has as well, is it's not it has a user complexity issue like all platforms do to some degree. And so that's another problem that they have to solve is when someone switches over, will they be able to slip right into it like a shoe and just be able to start walking, or will they have to slip in the shoe, tie the knot, and then start walking, and then it falls out and they have to tie the knot again, stuff like that. Let's see what Wendy says. Wendy says, I have Facebook also, however, I use it not that often. I used to back then. Yeah, it's Facebook has started to meet its a period of height.
I use X way more than I use Facebook now.
Yeah.
Way more. It's more interesting, I think.
Oh yeah, there's always something. There's always something to point and laugh at. Luna the Unicorn says, "That's me. Set my ways. New things make me nervous." Well, look at you. New thing yesterday, and you passed with flying colors. So there you go. So don't be that nervous. It seems that that Twitter made its comeback, and Instagram is more popular than Facebook somehow. Yeah, I think it's. I don't know. Maybe a vanity project or something like that. I don't know with Instagram. I haven't used it in ages.
I post to Instagram, but it's like automatic. So anytime I upload a reel or something on Facebook, it will automatically post to Instagram, and it does quite well sometimes.
Interesting. Oops.
Yeah, I've never like gone out of my way to use Instagram or anything like that, but I check it now and again to see how my videos are doing, and it's not too bad.
Well, that's pretty good. Chaotic mess that I am. You're fine. You're fine. But yeah, that's why I always ask people, like, if you're on multiple platforms, like, what has your experience been? Because only people who've been on that many multiple platforms have an idea of like what those platforms, the very variations between them, and what seems to work better for them. And it's never always the same answer, right? There's always, YouTube is better, or Twitch is better, or whatever. But like between them all, I know you said you like Rumble, but like between all the ones you do, like is Rumble your one that you enjoy most, or because of your home one like Twitch, is that more prominent? Which
So I do like a lot of experimenting on each platform to see what works and what doesn't. I've tested so many things over the years. The best platform for growth right now is probably TikTok. Like the easiest platform to grow on right now is TikTok. If you were to start today as a new streamer, you would have views on your content straight away, as long as you knew kind of what you were doing.
Right.
I think TikTok, Facebook are probably the two easiest to grow on. I think YouTube's trash. People will disagree with me, but I think YouTube is absolutely garbage. Like I could go live on YouTube. For example, 2 days ago, I had a live stream that did 5 views in total. I've got 8,000 subs on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I had 5 views on a live stream. That doesn't make sense to me. But then you'll see people that have got 2 or 3 million subscribers, and they'll have like a couple of hundred people watching a live stream. As an example, say Dr. Lupo. He's got millions of subscribers, but he'll only have like a small percentage of that watching his live stream.
Yeah.
I think it's a really bad platform. Twitch, I feel like Twitch is dying. I don't feel like it's the platform it used to be. I honestly feel like it's dying. The only growth and chat that I see on Twitch is from bots. It's from Discord bots. They come in, they spam a message, and they leave. And I very rarely get like genuine people watching my streams on there.
Right.
So I would put Rumble above Twitch and YouTube right now. Because on Rumble you've got a really good community of content creators. Like if you were to post on X that you were joining Rumble, you would immediately have people coming in and welcoming you to the platform. You don't get that anywhere else. Like that's the only platform that does that.
Right. Well, I think it has to do with. I think it's more the people on the platform welcoming in
Yeah.
new people, rather than saying being connected to a wide berth of people across the world uh, to come in. So there are differences, and I can kind of understand like Twitch has its own thing. There are tools on there that people like that they can't find elsewhere. When
The
you talk,
only sorry,
okay,
the
okay.
only way to grow on Twitch right now is to either leech from other streamers
Mm-hmm,
or to viewbot to the top of a category. That's literally the only two ways you can grow on Twitch. There's no natural growth on that platform.
mm-hmm,
On Rumble, you've got obviously you can network with people,
mm-hmm,
but I don't like that as a way to grow because I feel like that's the same as leeching.
mm-hmm,
Like if you network with people and just purely do that and integrate into their community and then run games, you're leeching their viewers.
mm-hmm,
And so that can only go so far anyway. But you've got the editor's picks on Rumble, which is absolutely massive for gaming creators.
mm-hmm,
Because the gaming side of Rumble is so small right now, those
mm-hmm,
picks are absolutely huge for discoverability. And I think that's why one of the main reasons why Rumble is better than Twitch and YouTube.
mm-hmm,
The discoverability is much better.
mm-hmm. Well, and you have to remember though that it's smaller than those two platforms you mentioned.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah,
if
yeah.
it reaches that height, which it could possibly, it may end up in that same position. It just depends on how they structure themselves up to that point. So it is no, from your perspective, it's understandable and it makes sense. I only stream to both YouTube and Rumble because of just it's just how much I can handle. I'm not
Yeah.
willing doing more than that is just too much. Hey, Tommy, how's it going? Another UK has jumped into the chat. How are you, good sir? Um, hey, Comics Queen. Hey guys. Yeah. Thank you, good sir. Hey guys, how you doing?
So yeah, if I was to rank the platforms right now, I would put TikTok at number one.
Mm. Facebook. I think you said?
Based on growth, yeah. So if
Yeah.
based on growth for a small or new content creator, right?
Mm,
Off the rip. So say you were doing your first live stream and posting your
mm,
first videos and stuff. I would say TikTok is number one for growth.
mm,
I would say Facebook is still second for growth.
mm,
I would put Rumble third.
mm.
Then I would put YouTube. Then I would put Twitch in last. I'm not
Okay.
even considering Kick because I don't like that platform.
Right.
I think Kick. I don't. This might upset some people, but
Right.
I think Kick was a scam from the beginning. I
Well,
think Kick was
yeah.
designed to give a payday to the owner's friends, and that's what I've always said.
Mhm. Well, I mean, it's backed by stake. I
Yeah,
mean, it's kind of like when your company is a backed. I mean, again, you could say the same thing about Twitch because Twitch is backed by Amazon, which is a whole nother story, right? And then you have Google, which backs YouTube, which is a whole nother story. But it makes sense because with Kick, it's by a casino, a casino
yeah,
corporation, and people do well on it. Obviously, I've seen that on X, and some people do not. Some people have issues with the bot thing. Some people don't really have much issue at all. So again, that's why I asked in that experience because um, having someone's ability. I was going to no, don't worry about it, Luna. Don't worry about it. Having that ability to not only ask but to kind of see from that one perspective and then ask someone else who may be on the opposite end because again people are going to experience a platform differently. They're going to experience
yeah.
growth in a platform differently. You play to whatever bit. Like some people I've heard will do well on Kick and not on others, or better on YouTube than others, or Rumble, or Twitch, or whatever. There's never just a um. It's never just the same all around. It's a complex mess down the line.
I think one of the reasons for that is because the different platforms
Mhm,
requires different content. Like if you're a gaming streamer,
mhm,
um, for example, if you want to grow on TikTok, play story-driven games and nothing else, because
mhm,
TikTok's algorithm loves story-driven games.
mhm,
But that doesn't work on like other platforms.
mhm,
So like you could play Fortnite and you'd do better on YouTube or
mhm,
Twitch than you would on TikTok and Facebook. It's hard if you're streaming to all of them at the same time. It's
mhm.
hard to balance it out. Like you need to pick one or two and then dedicate it to that. So like Rumble's nice as well because you can kind of stream a mix and get
Mhm. Well, I mean,
Unbeknownst.
yeah, and obviously YouTube is able to do streams, shorts, and edited video content where Rumble's at as well. Um, but I mean, in that regard, it's still always going to be a comparison of sort because Rumble's. I mean, YouTube is not going to be you know below the belt anytime soon as it is. It's still the top charting pretty much everywhere. So it is what it is. Um, but I think again, going back to that experience, I think in asking people what they value as a home place and then where they port themselves to is really interesting to do because um, it helps lessen bias. And this is a problem that I have with people who do stream on only one platform only. Now, if you can only do one platform only because tech stuff or otherwise, that's fine. Like don't listen to me. What you should be doing is what's best for you. That's the important part. My problem is those being on one platform has shown me and others that that's not a good idea. I.e., YouTube, right? The whole AI moderation stuff, shown a lot of people that who built their whole entire premise on YouTube, and suddenly to have it taken from them, it showed that the platform is not um, it's not reasonable in the regard people want it to be, if that makes sense.
TikTok is very similar. So TikTok's AI is very aggressive.
Oh yeah, oh
So
yeah.
I've had multiple bans and I've had multiple live streams terminated and stuff
Mhm,
like that from saying certain words. Like if I was reading something out on the screen,
mhm.
it like say some text in a game or something like that. I've had streams terminated and been given a ban just for reading something that wasn't even bad. They
Right.
have like they have certain words that the AI picks up and will terminate your stream. It's so
Mhm.
bad. Like
Yeah.
you can't say the word gambling on TikTok. Your stream gets terminated. You
Wow.
can't say you can't say the word universe because it's the name of a gift. You can't
Oh,
say you can't say the word galaxy either because that's the name of a gift. So if you say anything, I don't know how many other words there are like that, but you say those words and it will terminate your life straight away.
man, that's gonna be hard for when the Mario Galaxy movie comes out.
It's
Mario,
crazy.
Mario Galaxy,
Everybody's gonna
yeah,
be getting banned.
yeah. No, but I mean, I've been in that situation too because I upload like the shorts I've put on YouTube and Rumble. I've started uploading old shorts to uh, TikTok, and some of them do well. Some of them are just whatever. I really didn't throw in for numbers game. It was just to have my stuff somewhere else other than Rumble and YouTube. And
Yeah.
I've come across many times where the moderation just gets aggressive for like there was one short I was talking about. I was talking about a guest with like it was Portland, and it was about the drug situation. How it's free flowing or whatever and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, you can't put anything like violence or drug related on TikTok. They
Yeah.
hate it.
Well, we didn't show anything. It was just talking about the
Yeah.
circumstances of Portland, which shouldn't be too much of an issue because we're not recommending anyone do it. We're just talking about how allowing an area to just go free for all on drugs is probably not the best idea. Even though some people are like, yeah, just let it do. It's like you have no idea how that's going to turn out. You can't go from one extreme to another and say this is the best. You have to find that middle ground, which is much more difficult. But yeah, it got. I was able to appeal it though. I was able to appeal it. So there. So I mean, if you can look, if you go through, like, luckily I think they sometimes give you like what the area is of the problem, like the TOS area, and so you can look through it and says, oh well, but it has nothing to do with it. And usually,
Yeah.
I can go through that and say, look, nothing. There's nothing in here that has to do with it, and I can appeal it, and it just goes through, and I get it back. So there's that. But I don't earn anything from it. Views, if you were to look at it, probably mid. I don't know, but it's just about getting those people out there that I have on,
Yeah.
rather than I mean, money's secondary. Everything else is the whole conversation part is first.
Well,
So,
this is something I said. Like I would rather have growth than money through content creation. I would rather hit 1 million followers across my platforms than make like so much money or something.
mhm,
I would take growth over money any day.
mhm. Wendy says, "Is TikTok more youth oriented?" Yeah, I'd say so. It seems that way, to be honest. What would you say?
I think it depends. It depends on the content. So my live streams usually on TikTok. I get like I don't get kids in my streams usually. You
Right.
can also put on a filter as well, so it's like 18 plus.
Yeah, that's true
But
too.
didn't they just change the age restriction for TikTok? Is it 16 or 13 or something now?
TikTok age restrictions. Let me look it up. Nope.
I'm sure they just updated it.
Let's see. TikTok age restrictions. TikTok's minimum. Yeah, hold on. I'll show it so we can all get a clear picture. TikTok's age requirement is
13.
most countries, though it may be higher in certain regions, South Korea, Indonesia. Users under 13 are restricted from creating accounts, and those under 16 have limited access to features like direct messaging, live streaming, and content sharing. Accounts under 16, users age 16, 17, all users under 18 have a default daily screen time of 60 minutes. Oh, wow. Okay. So they do have an age limit on it, but you have to be over 18 in order to get everything, or at least access to more stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it looks like 13 is the youngest. 13 is the youngest, which is still just as bad.
Yeah. I don't usually see many. Oh, I can't tell there's many kids coming into the chat because usually the chat's pretty good. Also, as well on TikTok over all the other platforms, if you say you have 50 people in your live stream,
Yeah.
if you had 50 people on TikTok in your chat would be flying. If you get 50 people in your chat on, say, Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, it doesn't move.
Yeah.
And I find that so strange.
Yeah, going back to what you said earlier about the followers, like, you have followers with some with a million followers and they only get like 100 views. I think the problem is the expectation of is that followers, how many followers you have does not equate to views.
Oh,
And
no,
as a and
absolutely.
yeah, as a good example for people to understand. So say you have you have like 5,000 followers. You put out a video that gets you 10,000. Well, does that mean all your followers watch twice, or did it mean that more new people saw your stuff? And this is using YouTube as the basis. You can have twice, thrice, four times as many people watch a single video than you do have followers, or you could have the opposite, where you could have 5,000 followers and maybe only 100 see your video, right? Or a few hundred see your video. See, there's a dichotomy of content creation where, you know, nothing against people, like they throw out there like, oh, I have 60 followers, or I have a 300 followers, or I have 1,000 followers or whatnot. At a certain point, it's like the only milestone you're counting is one where you're not going to have your people always watching your videos. Like, not every video, if you have 5,000 followers, not every video is going to have 5,000 watchers, right? It's just that dichotomy, and I just can't, I can't fall in, I can't follow into it, is what I'm trying to say.
I've noticed the higher my follower count goes, the lower my CCV is when I'm live. I had a consistently higher CCV
Hmm.
on Facebook and TikTok when I had fewer followers.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Well, it makes sense, because the fewer followers you have, the higher it is, because there's only so few, right? So if you have 10 people and you have 5 watching, well, that's pretty high numbers, because that's like half your whole viewing following you. But when you get to like up to the hundreds and thousands or tens of thousands, it's it's just one of those things where, like, that thing comes into play, and you're not going to get everyone watching,
Yeah.
right? It does, for me, it seems like a lot more people, not everyone, but a lot more people want to be a content creator, because they can make money off it, and a lot of platforms are doing monetization in different ways and all that stuff. So like, well, I can be a content creator and get paid on stuff. And people,
Yeah.
again, a lot of people do not want to work a 9 to 5 job. It's because most of the time you'll just get treated poorly. Not all the time, but most of the time you'll probably get treated poorly, because it's a business at the end of the day, and you're just there to fill the hole.
I think that's I've said this on X a couple of times. But I think that's the problem that Rumble has right now on the gaming side.
Yes,
Is there's too many content creators and there's not enough actual viewers.
correct.
And there's an argument that people always bring up. So I always see people saying, well, the content creators need to bring in the viewers.
Nope.
And I always argue that that's not the case.
Nope.
The platform needs to bring in the viewers, and the
Yes.
content creators need to hold the viewers. And that's
Yes.
how it should work. I always compare it to a nightclub. So
That just no sex, drugs, and rave, right?
but in a nightclub,
Uh,
the nightclub brings in the customers. The
Yes.
DJ holds the customers in the nightclub with
Uh,
the entertainment.
yeah, the entertainment. Yeah, the entertainment. Yeah.
So that's the same way a platform should work. The
Yeah.
platform should bring in the people, and the content creators should hold the people on the platform.
Yeah.
So when you see like Rumble with like 500 people on the gaming section, it's
Yeah.
not down to the content creators to boost that number. It's down to the platform.
Yes. Correct. And the problem of it is that Wendy says there are governments that have age limit. If I see what our government wants with social media, then it is possible as a kid under 16 to create a social media account without permission of a parent. That makes sense. I know there's some places where they have trying to get it much younger, but it's a crazy world out there with social media, so you got to be careful. But no, you're not wrong, because the big issue Rumble has is the stigma that it created, which is the politics, right? I have not only an ex, but I've seen in other places where people like, I tell people about Rumble, but then like, you mean that right wing platform and all that stuff? And it's like that right there is Rumble's huge issue that they haven't yet resolved.
Yeah.
And while it's all grand and great, again, this is trying to speak from I'm inside, but I'm also outside too. I'm not for the hype, and this is a problem I have. And this is for any platform, right? You look at Twitch, hype, kick, hype. YouTube is a big wide field, so hype is kind of difficult because it sells itself. YouTube sells itself. That's what a platform should be able to do. It should be able to sell itself, and Rumble just isn't up there yet. When it gets up there, I don't know, but the point of the matter is, though, is you're not wrong, because a platform that heavily promotes politics, which it does, again, Diane Bongino is back now, and that means that that's going to take a front page more so. Because I think you had mentioned about like gaming getting promoted and all that stuff. Look, if you were to pay attention, like when gaming gets promoted, more times than not, it's going to get more promoted on the weekend more than it is on the weekdays.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because they have their morning lineup, which is basically politics throughout, like, morning to afternoon. I don't know about evening, but morning to afternoon. And for Rumble, which great people on here, there's some great, smart, wonderful people, including yourself, BBQ. I didn't keep you out. Don't worry. He's first. He's first in line. Get him in the club. Get him in the club. My issue is that I want to take a step back, and I would say, okay, so what is being hyped? Is it truth, or is it simply just another platform doing this thing in order to draw more people in? And again, my issue is that, like yours, it's on the platform to bring those people in. It's not in the content creators. They're supposed to retain. It's not a. It's when I when I see that too, right? When they say like, no, content creators have to work harder. It's like, you do realize it's a platform you're using, right? The platform has to do their part too, and they're only doing part of that part. They're not doing more.
That is exactly why Facebook gaming died. Because they used to gaslight their content creators. So when I was a partner on Facebook, we would have like every so often they'd have a meeting between the content creators, like the partners, and the people that were running Facebook gaming. And they would gaslight the content creators, saying that, you need to make better content. Oh, it's all on you guys. It's not the platform. And they would make out that it was literally the content creators' fault that the platform was dying. And that wasn't the case. The case was they weren't listening to the content creators.
Yeah.
So they had issues with like notifications not going out and things like that, and low quality content taking up the algorithm, and all kinds of stuff like that. But they would gaslight it into making the content creator think it was their fault. And I see the same thing from TikTok now. So I'm in like I'm on a TikTok creator course right now, which is
Ooh.
it's garbage. It's
Oh.
trash. But they put us in a WhatsApp group and they send us like information and things like that every day.
Mhm.
And they're gaslighting the creators into making them think that it's their problem, and it's not. It's the platform not doing what they're supposed to do, and that's
Mhm.
why platforms die.
Yeah. Um, I will. So I know. Uh, I will say that I know you have your issue with cake, so don't worry. I'm not here to praise it, but I will say they did something that I had not seen a platform do at all a while back. Now, whether they follow through with it or not, it's up to them. But beyond that point, um, they did something where they had taken in feedback from their creators, and then they made this ranking system that they posted publicly for people who were on the platform to say, rank it, and whatever the top 5 things are that people put through, here's a set date, we'll end it there, and then whatever's the top 5, we'll work on those things. To this day, no other platform, as far as I've seen, has done something that transparent. Whether they fall through with it, that's a totally different story. But they did something that I didn't see other platforms do, and that is have a transparent form of what would you like to see from us next. Now, I understand a platform has to make money. I get that. But a platform survives by the people who make on it. Be transparent about what people want. Like do something to show some transparency. Like, hey, this month, this is what you guys said. Look, here's the top 3 things. We're gonna take those top 3 things and we're gonna work on them. And by the end of this month or within a few months, you should see something of that come out. I've not seen any other. Even YouTube would benefit from that sort of thing. I've not seen any other platform done it. Not even Rumble has
So
done something like that.
TikTok puts out surveys like regularly. I don't know, probably like every couple of months to get
Mm-hmm.
feedback from creators.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything come from those, but yeah, they do that. I think Rumble are quite quick on working on things though. Like if they see an issue on X, usually they'll get straight on it and fix it and change things, and they'll tell you that they're changing things.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not many platforms that do that.
Right. And there has to be, there has to be a given kudos for that, for at least doing that. But there are still people who are still, under points where they're not getting anything resolved at all, or they're not getting their issue resolved at all. And so
Yeah,
I can't really just say, oh yeah, I wholly agree with that, because I know for a fact I've seen many times where people are still waiting on payment,
yeah.
um, and all that stuff. So I'm not here to be one way or the other about the platform. I want to see it get. I want to see it grow. I want to see it get better. I want to see it become the success it portrays itself to be. But I'm also not going to be hype, and I'm also not going to be pure negative about it either. Right? I want to be reasonable about it.
I would love to have Rumble as my main platform just because I like the platform for what
Hmm.
it is. But I don't ever see it getting big on the gaming side. I think it might grow a little bit, but I
Hmm.
don't ever see it becoming like a main platform for gaming, streaming, and content creation. I don't see that
Right.
happening.
Now, from that, like, what what how do I word it? What are the things you say? Hey, Rebel Scum, how are you? Hope you're doing well. What are the things that you see that bring you to that, to saying that? Because you'd have to see some stuff where it's like, I see this thing over here, I see the tech problems over here, and I see this combined together, and it's real. Or like you were talking about, I think it was like the Facebook gaming thing, where you're like, I see this thing, I've seen similar circumstances, and I know for a fact because of those circumstances, that's why it's not going to grow. What brings you to that point? Saying that.
Just a huge lack of growth. There's no growth and there's no momentum on the gaming side. It hasn't. I've been on the platform, I don't know, probably like 8 months, nearly, maybe longer.
Oh wow, didn't know that.
I I didn't want to join Rumble to begin with because I was watching it for a long time,
Hmm.
and I was seeing the numbers on the gaming side, and I was seeing like 200 people, 300 people total on the gaming side of Rumble, and
Right.
I was like, that's no good.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, I'll go in and I'll see what it's actually like. So I
Mm-hmm.
started streaming on there. I haven't seen any change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they brought in Rumble Shorts, but that's not doing great for gaming creators right now. Nobody's seeing any growth.
Mm-hmm.
it's still all political, and
Yeah.
I don't see any momentum building or anything like that on the gaming side.
Mhm.
I just don't know where it's gonna come from because they're not telling us what they've got planned to grow the gaming side.
Mhm.
The obvious thing is to bring in people like Doctor Disrespect, but Mixer did that.
Yeah.
Mixer brought in Shroud and XQC.
I
They
thought that
thought
was Ninja.
was it Ninja as well?
Yeah, I thought that
And
was Ninja, yeah.
that still died. Like, you can't just pay creators to come to your platform and it grows. It doesn't work like that. So I think Rumble should communicate with its gaming streamers and content creators. It should tell them what the plan is to grow that side of the platform, so we actually know what's going on.
Well,
Because right now it doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
right, no, and I understand that. I think maybe some of it will be pointing to, the creator program, which, yeah, is its own thing in its own right. Um, but again, I think your point is something to take in consideration because at the end of the day, like again, politics for all those don't want to agree with it. Politics is still Rumble's bread and butter. It's still what look. Just I said this way before, but when Dan Bongino, right? For those who don't know, Dan Bongino left the FBI to come back. When I knew he was going to leave, I had the thought, oh well, if he's leaving the FBI, then he may come back to Rumble. He may come back to what he was doing before, because he has a buy-in with Rumble, like he bought stocks and stuff into the Rumble thing and whatnot. So he does have that. And I had that thought, like, well, if he's coming back, then well, if he does come back, then he's going to overshadow the gaming, and overshadowing gaming means that politics is still going to uh, be where it's at, still at the high end, and even with shorts, and gaming's still going to be under that shadow. Now, some from gaming will say, "Well, that's just great because then it'll bring more eyes." Like when people come for Dan Bongino and his show is done, they're most likely just going to leave. The
Yeah.
same with Dr. Disrespect, right? Like Dr. Disrespect, from what I remember, was brought on the platform to be the head of gaming. He was supposed to be like building gaming, as far as I remember. And that turned into who knows what he's doing now.
Yeah. Can I just answer Alpha
Oh,
in the chat
oh, sure, sure.
quickly?
Yeah, yeah, here you go.
Okay. So Alpha's saying that there's someone with 2K viewers and no one in chat. That is another issue that I want to raise with Rumble, and it's not necessarily people botting.
Right.
When you get an editor's pick, you can
Mhm.
have like hundreds, thousands of people watching, and the chat will be dead. And this is one of the
Yes.
first things that I noticed when I came to Rumble,
Yeah.
is that there's no chat. And what I was saying about TikTok, if you have 40, 50 people in your TikTok chat, it's flying and it can be hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
Rumble's completely dead. I wasn't sure if it was fake views or what, but
Yeah.
I was informed about editors' picks,
Mhm.
and so that's what it was. But yeah, I think it's just a Rumble thing. I don't think they're necessarily botting.
Well, yeah, and thank you very much, Wendy. I appreciate you. My issue with the whole botting thing is like pretty much botting is on all platforms. Let's just put that
Yeah,
out right. Bot,
100%.
but YouTube is just better at hiding it because they have the technology to do so. You have the tools to get rid of things. Like there's still bots. I took pictures of it. There's still bots, but
Yeah.
they're better at hiding it. I try to do that. Try to keep that off the mic. But the point of the matter though is like with Kick, right? Kick has been well known to be heavily botted. Like that's been one of the big complaints I've heard of Kick is it's been heavily
They
botted.
encouraged people to do that though. They
Oh, I didn't
kick
know
it.
that.
Yeah, so they did like a podcast with Trainwreck and whoever else, maybe Eddie, I'm not sure.
The oh,
But
the
there
big
was
guy, yeah.
the guy who owns it. There was like 3 or 4 of them. This was probably a couple of years ago.
Mm,
Um, Trainwreck sat there. I was in the stream watching it, and he encouraged people to viewbot on Kick. He was saying there's no way for us to discover or detect who's doing it.
mm.
So you guys are getting left behind and missing out by not doing it. So you should all viewbot when you go live. He
Wow.
he literally said that. I think I posted a tweet about it at the time as well, which I could dig out. But yeah, he literally that's why viewbotting is so bad on Kick, because they actively encouraged their streamers to do it.
Mm.
That's the only time I've ever seen that on a platform. It's crazy.
That is, and when the head of it does that, when the head of it what's the word? Is promote it? I think it's promote it.
Yeah.
that's when you know that it may not be cleaned up as what people would like it to be. Like I know they came out. I think they're coming out like their own botting shield or whatever. I think that was Kick was trying to do. I mean, I know Twitch is doing it too. Twitch is trying to come out with its own botting shield or botting thing. But even then, Twitch has its own issues with botting, right? Like I think you mentioned like Discord bots coming to your chat on Twitch.
Yeah, all the time. Like the only time I see any chat on Twitch is a Discord bot. But the thing is as well, they disguise it. So like
Hmm.
it'll come in and it'll ask questions
Hmm.
and it'll seem like a real person.
Yeah.
And then it will drop the Discord link.
Yeah.
It's so strange.
Rumble's. I don't think Rumble's exempt from it either. But I think, and this is a problem that I've seen, and a problem with me. I I understand to a degree. People are wanting to protect the platform, and then they'll go out there and they'll say, "Oh, this person's botting," or whatever. Based upon engagement and what is it? Engagement and views, like you were talking about, like one chat, no chatter, 2,000 views, right? And
Oh, so
you
this
know,
was 2 years ago. I just found it. It's not the tweet that I put out, but it's another tweet that I posted about it. So
you want
July, July 2024, I put a post about people who run the platform telling kick streamers to view bot. So that was 2 years ago that happened.
is it a video or a
No, I just posted a comment on something. So 2 years ago they did that. So no doubt people have been doing it, and it's been getting worse since then. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy. But anyway, before we go any further, it is the top of the hour, and what happens is that I set aside some time for my guest to oops, I gotta copy that, to promote their stuff or promote our stuff. So I do have all the links I could find of yours, at least that I could look through. And let's see. There we go. Now I need to use the restroom real quick. So if you want to promote your stuff, I'll be right back.
I don't usually do self promotion, guys. If you like story driven content, if you like FPS games, when I'm playing an FPS game, I'll be quite locked in. It'll be intense, but I usually play to like a decent level. If you like chilled out story driven content, check out my videos. I don't really like self promotion, so I'll leave it at that. But yeah, um, I'll tell you, we'll use this to thank Dara for having me on the stream. This is the first time I've ever done like a podcast or anything like this. It's completely different to me. I was a little bit nervous coming on. I was worried how it was going to go, what we were going to talk about, but it's been pretty good, to be fair. I'm enjoying it. So follow Dara if you don't follow Dara. If you do follow Dara, repost his stream, repost his videos, give them a like. I think he does something a little bit different to what everyone else is doing, and he works really hard on it. So I think he deserves all the likes and reposts and follows. What games am I currently working on? I'm currently playing on Hogwarts Legacy. We're doing a playthrough of that. I play a lot of Fortnite. I've just started playing Apex Legends again as well. So I play a lot of battle royale games and extraction games.
Oh,
But
man.
I enjoy story driven games as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was in your bio too. Story driven games and knowledge and all that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no. Again, his links will be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side because, again, that's what I uh, stream to, obviously. Um, but yeah, no, it's man. I always try. I found this funny. One of the funny things is that I've been on a few other people's shows, and not all of them, but some of them don't put their guest link in their description.
Yeah.
Either they usually keep it empty or they have like a referral link to like StreamYards or whatever. I'm like, well, that seems kind of weird. You're bringing someone on, you'd think that you would have their links in there or
Yeah.
their link tree, which I use, me personally, to showcase have people who will find them because, they're giving you your time. You might as well do something at least nice return, but it's just me. just me. So, but
Yeah,
again,
it's like with anything, with any sort of podcast, like again, using Joe Rogan as an example, like you put the link in the description because otherwise, what's the point in having that person on? You want
yeah.
people to see their content and know what they're about.
Well, and it's just a common, yeah, it's just a common courtesy. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, if you invite somebody on, you would think that, like, hey, you can find this, even their ex, right? You could just say, here, they're on X, someplace to find them. But if you just don't add them, I mean, I guess maybe it's due to the algorithm or whatnot, but it's just common courtesy. It's like it's showing respect where you're taking their time. They're giving you their time,
Yeah.
and you're showing respect by at least putting the place where people can find them. Otherwise, it's just, I
Well,
mean,
it's like leading up to this, I've been posting like your thumbnail and stuff on my
yeah.
socials and telling people
Well,
where it's
thank
going to
you for that.
be and
Yeah.
I pinned the link to this stream in my chat as well. So
Yeah. No, and thank you for that. And Wendy says, "I got you, Penguin. I always want to guest. Yeah, of course. You always be a guest. Always have you on again, Wendy. I don't have any content at all. However, posting something on Twitter isn't content, is it?
it is actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
see.
posting on Twitter can be content as well.
Now Wendy is a junior content creator.
Everything can be content. Everything.
Oh, don't even go that far down the road, because there are people who will make something out of anything. Ugh.
It's content though. If you like content creators is the ability to see something and turn it into something else. Like you could scroll through Twitter and make a live stream of it, just scrolling through Twitter.
Yeah. Well, unless you're the quartering, then you have a problem. Oh my gosh, that's a whole ball of wax. But again, like I said, his links will be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side. So if you want to check them out, they'll be there. But from my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube, um, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated, because not only does it help them being seen more, it also helps having other people on like BBQ Penguin and a whole much more, over 300 various guests. So it's incredible what this thing is, and how I get to do it. So even though I'm not perfect, all right, we'll be on that one, honest on that one. So again, whether any help with that engagement is much appreciated, and of course, let me find it. There we go. And there's my link tree right there. You can go there. All my links will be in it. X, Rumble, YouTube, email, all of it will be in there. If you want to know where else I'm at, that link is for you. I use Linktree is free to use for those who don't know, and it's really great at keeping all your stuff in order, and also just making it easier in the description where it's like one link instead of like 8 to 9 links, because it can be one of those things. So all my links are there, and of course I do a few things too. Um,
So
oh
just
man.
Wendy's comment there. So you say I post about everything what I have on my mind. See, you could take that and you could make that into short videos and you could post those daily, and that is content. So you could take your what you're saying on X, you could record yourself, and instead of posting it on X, you could talk about it, and
Mhm.
then you've got content, you've got videos.
Yeah.
That could be a day. You could do it while you're having a coffee in the morning, and
uh,
that could be your content.
I have more followers on Twitter than posting messages in my first language. Yeah, I only know English, all right, so I can't decipher what Dutch is, but I'm pretty sure there'd be some Dutch people who, uh, but yeah, I can understand that. Um, Ro- love your comments over. Well, thank you for being here, Tim. Let's see. There are a few things I also promote too, because I don't promote a lot. Like I don't. I know some people do the like big stuff, um, or the sponsorships, whatever. But one of the things I promote is Proton. Now I don't know if people know what Proton is. It's a very privacy oriented company. But this is promoting their email service, Proton Mail. I use it amongst their other stuff like Proton VPN and all that sort of stuff. But I use this. It's really great. I've had Luna, who was on yesterday, uses it too, and she enjoys it for not having too much issues. Like between my Gmail and iCloud and all this stuff, I would have a bunch of spam. A bunch of spam. With Proton, there's rarely any spam in there. And they try to do their best. They do, nothing's 100% on the internet, and so they do the best in trying to keep your stuff private and protected and whatnot. With Proton Mail, uh, it's not something that people care about too much, but they like clean the trackers from your mail. Um, if something comes up like it's phishing or whatever, they'll mention that. There's so much stuff with it. Again, you can go to that link, you could see more information and stuff. And if you do decide to sign up, I believe this link gives you like the first month for like $1, and then you get like a discount after that. But I haven't checked the link in a while. But still, I promote it. I use it, and I promote it because um, I believe in the benefits they offer, and even if you don't, at least it's there if you do take up that offer. So give it a look. If it's great for you, great. If not, that's okay. There's always another time. But yeah, I try to. I don't. Uh, I'm in their partner program, but I'm not. I don't. I probably have made a penny so far. So I'm like, all right, thank you for letting me in, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll do well at this, but I'll try. I'll try. So thank you for that. And of course, the last thing I promote is this right here. For those who don't know, uh, this is Biltong USA. For those who don't know what Biltong is a South African snack. It's a meat snack. It's basically their version of a jerky, but it's not like store-bought jerky. It's much more healthy for you. But I actually got to have on the gentleman. His name is Anton. He and his wife run it in Texas. So if you guys are in Texas, they actually have a convenience shop there where you can go into and buy all the stuff that they have on their online store. But if you can't, they have an online store, which is that you can go there. They have a bunch of stuff they have stuff from the UK like Earn Brew. Earn Brew is something you can buy from
Iron Brew.
Iron Brew. Sorry, Iron Brew.
We sell that biltong stuff where I work, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I work in a supermarket.
Oh,
We sell that.
that's pretty awesome. Um, yeah, I thought it was Earn Brew, but Iron Brew. But yeah, I know I've had a few English people on when I told them about this, like Rust Water or Rust Soda or something like that. I'm like, what does that mean? It's like it tastes like an orange soda to me. So that's all it tastes like. Um, I snacks, sweets from the UK. I like Aero,
Oh
like
yeah,
the Aero chocolate.
yeah.
Um, what's another one I had? I That Dubai chocolate's not bad, but that's not UK stuff.
No, I like that's massively overpriced though, isn't it? The
I
Dubai
think so.
chocolate.
Yeah, I think it's just because of build up the hype, and it's like you're buying a name brand basically at that point.
You know what? I used to like Campino. You remember the little strawberry and cream Campino sweets?
Mm,
Do you not remember them?
Campino. Let me.
Google
I need to see Campino.
Campino sweets, like red and white, strawberry and cream.
Campino. Can't. Oh, there we go. It said Campino brand of hard candy.
Yeah, I think you can only get them in Canada now. I don't think you can get them in the UK anymore.
It's a variety of hard candy made by August Stork. It's made. Oh, sorry. Here we go. This is what Wikipedia gives me. It is made using a combination of yogurt and fruits, which have varied since the product's launch in 1966. Up until 2007, only two varieties were available: strawberry and summer fruits, a mixed bag of raspberry, blackcurrant, and peach. I've actually had a drink made with blackcurrant. It's not that great. It was alright, but it wasn't like the best in the world. But I've also bought like, oh gosh, you know what? Forget this. I'm going to bring it up. I'm just gonna bring up the website. If it can load. There we go. All right, here we go. This is what the Biltong website looks like. There you go. That's Biltong right there on that plate. That's what it looks like, and that's Biltong right there. But they have where is it at? Drinks. Where are the drinks at? I swear, no. Candy, jarred, cereal bars. You know what? Shop. Go to drinks. Dried sausage. Cold drinks. There we go. Cold drinks. There we go. So you get these, like these appetizers. The grape. These were actually, I got these and they were pretty nice. They were pretty nice. Those are pretty nice. The Fanta Tizer. I tried Tizer. I didn't hate it, but I don't know. It's just this weird flavor to it. I can't. Maybe like a fruit, like a holiday. No, fruit punch. I think it's like a fruit punch. I don't know. It's been a while. But the Fanta, I had actually the pineapple. I think it was the pineapple mango one. It was this one, the pineapple and grapefruit. Now this is the one I had. Oh, it's out of stock. Never mind then. But I had this. It was pretty nice.
The Iron Brew's nice.
Yeah. I know. Again, I know some English people will make fun of it and say it's like rust water, but it still tastes like orange soda. Let's see. I did have. Where was it at? Oh, that's the end of it. I think it was this. I think I had this. The Ribena Black Currant. I had that. It was okay. Not a big drinker of it.
I think Vimto is actually nicer than Ribena. Like if you're gonna go for a black currant drink, I think Vimto is the one.
Vimto?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's much better than Ribena.
It looks like it's a what is that? It almost looks like it's like a fruit I don't know what they would call it, like a fruit mix or something.
Yeah. It's a lot more like it's a stronger concentrate as well.
Oh, okay.
So like it tastes a lot better.
Okay, so they have a real fruit squash and a raspberry orange and passion. When it's Valentine's Day and you need a lot of love, get passion. Hey, Furious Dan, what is it about? Well, good. You should be looking at it because you have so many links. So there's that. They have a drink. I think they have a candy. Where is the candy? Here we go. They have a candy arena, and this has a bunch of the UK stuff.
Yeah, let's check that out.
Cadbury. They've got Cadbury.
Crunchy. I love Crunchy. Yeah.
Crunchy. PS. You can buy like a candy gift bundle, which is pretty nice.
Refreshers are nice as well. Refreshers are really nice.
Original lemon flavor. So it's a lemon kind of candy.
So it's like a chew bar. So it's like really chewy, but then in the middle you've got like a lemon sherbet.
That's actually pretty awesome. Mars fruit and nut. Now this one is for the Dubai thing, but like they have candy bar with.
That's an interesting name, right?
Yeah, but it's cotton candy. It's cotton candy inside the. That's why it's called angel hair. It's because it's just cotton candy. Yeah, and I'm like, that's kind of weird to have cotton candy and chocolate, but more power to them, I guess. And then of course let's see.
That's $17 for a bar of chocolate. Did I just see that right? That's crazy.
No, I think it's the whole box.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Or it might be.
No, that's one, right? That's 170 grams. That's one bar. That's $17 for one bar. That's wild, bro.
$18. $18 because it's rounded up. It's gonna be 18 plus tax.
That's crazy. No chocolate, unless Willy Wonka himself is making it. No chocolate is worth that money.
Well, you have to remember it's Dubai. It's the Dubai chocolate, so they can charge that amount because it's a name brand.
Yeah.
Because they're both the Dubai ones. Well, this one's not bad. The Dubai chocolate nose for 100 grams is $10, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. They have eclairs. It's all pretty much a big chunk of Cadbury. I'm guessing Cadbury's in the UK.
Yeah. It's really, like one of the most popular ones. Like the twirls and the flakes and stuff are really nice.
Turkish delight, of course. Uh, giant buttons.
Whisper's pretty good as well. The Cadbury's
Whisper.
Whisper.
A whisper.
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 Cadbury's Whisper.
Oh, sir, can I have a bit of a Cadbury whisper, sir? Let's see. Whole nut, mint crisp. Now I haven't had any of these. But I have had some of their candy. It's just not those. Twix. Oh, obviously a good one. Let's see. Which ones did I have?
Maltesers. Maltesers are nice.
Maltesers.
Yeah, but the thing is with those, if you get a bag, you're gonna eat the whole bag in one go. It's one of those. Yeah, they're really nice.
I believe it too. This is the one I do have though, and this is one I like. I love this, the Aero chocolate. Oh my gosh, it's just that air bubble stuff inside. Like I don't know how they do it, but that's just pretty awesome.
They do a mint flavor one as well. The mint one's pretty nice.
Yeah, they do have a mint one. Let's see. I believe it's on here. Oh, they have the ice cream ones too. Aero scoops, Aero truffle.
Yeah, they do like a chocolate pudding as well. Like you can buy Aero chocolate puddings, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, purely. Wait, what's the difference between 90? Oh, I guess it's. Oh, it's more grams. Okay, so this is 90 grams in that series. Look, I don't know metric. Okay, all right. Oh, here's the mint one. Here's the mint one. Yeah, it's just a bunch of candies from the UK, basically. I do like the chocolate orange though. Not that one, but like the actual chocolate orange.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a guilty pleasure. But again, they have so much. Like this is like even just part of it. Like you can go back, dried fruits, cookies, all sorts of stuff. Biltong is the real one where I'm at. I really enjoy it. They got Angus, bison, and all this stuff. But and again, I've had the gentleman. They're a great family. It's basically a family business. It's just them doing it, and their children that help. But beyond that, it's really good. So if you again, I know we spent too long on this, but it was really just nice to hear him talk about the candies, because he lives in the UK. So again, if you do, if you are, we're called Bros instead of Aero chocolate. Oh, you call it Bros instead of Aero chocolate. Okay, all right. Jerky, yes, it is. Well, it is a form of jerky, but it's not. It's very moisture. Like they have Angus, bison, and Wagyu beef that are used. So if you do want to buy from it, because I mean it's not that much, but I mean to send it out maybe, you could save 10% off using code Dara. So use code Dara if I can find it. Yep, use code Dara, save 10%. I use it all the time. Yeah, that's right. I have my own code and I use it too. Yeah, because I like to save money. Okay. You don't think the people out there that have the Razor code, like they get a code from Razor, you don't think they don't use that code too? Oh goodness. But yeah, so there you go. But anyway, but yeah, I had them on. I promote them for the because they showed me a kindness and sent me some of the stuff, and I didn't ask technically ask for any of it. They've just been generous, and they're really great people. So I try to promote them where I can. And the same for Proton because I use it. I want to promote a product that I believe will be helpful to a lot of people. And look, I may get something out of it and money wise, but I'd rather. It's not that I don't want to. It's just I'd rather promote the product because of the product itself, not because I can get money out of it, like a car salesman, right? I
think that's a good tip for content creators as well, especially new ones. Like if you're going to take on, if you're going to become an affiliate for something, do it for products that you use and things that you enjoy and people that you enjoy working with.
Yeah.
So I've got a few different ones. I'm not going to mention them, but I've got a few different ones where I'm like a partner or affiliate. And it's because I like the products that they make and I like the people that work for them that I interact with.
I think one was like a game controller, wasn't it? I think it's Aimless. Isn't Aimless?
Yeah, there's aim controllers is one of them, yeah. But it's like a lot of people will just become affiliate to everything just to become an affiliate for something. I think like you were saying, like you use their products and you like them. I think that's a big thing when it comes to that.
Yeah, my thing is like, and again, you have like people, on YouTube where they have sponsorships or like reading for Raid Shadow Legend or whatever. Those companies comes with those companies to be part of. They come with stipulations, and sometimes the stipulations like you can't mention anything bad about our product, or you can't mention anything in the direction of you got to make us look great in the public. And I mean, I don't know anything bad of Proton other than like they were once accused of being like part of the WEF, but they're not. Um, so there's that. But like, I just do it because again, you hear those stories about like um, companies getting hacked, right? Passwords getting leaked, money getting left over all over the place. They they do keep your stuff. They can keep your stuff safe if you want to use it. And again, like Luna uses Proton Mail, like she says here, and all that. And so yeah, I think that is. I think there are a lot of creators who are trying to do that. I've seen that. Whether they do follow through or not is a different story. But a lot of creators are seeing to do that. And I think as time goes on, um, that would be a wiser thing to do because of R2 R2 is much easier. Hey R2. Um, but I think you're right. It's just going to be something like you need to use the product first before you can promote it because it, there are a lot of content creators out there, different platforms, varying of all the kind. There are so many people out there trying to sell something, their store, some group they're with, or whatever. I get it, right? I get it. It's nice to make a little money on the side, but it's like for me, what is content creation at the very core of it? Like what is it, right? When YouTube first came out, when YouTube was first starting, all you were doing was posting a video. I don't know how long you could do it at that point in time because it's 2005, right? You could post a video and you would get likes and comments, and that was it. It was YouTube, right? It was you putting your stuff on the website, and you get a little spotlight if people liked it. Nowadays, it feels like it's a very oversaturated point of make content and then sell consumerism or consumer stuff and then go from there. Like, I just, I don't know. There's just something with it that doesn't sit well with me. Even with merch stores, it's like I get it, trying to sell stuff and all that, and maybe you make something that's funny and you want to sell. People say sell it, but it's like it just diminishes what does content being a content creator mean, or what does content creation mean. I can be wrong, but that's just from my perspective. So I don't. How do you feel about that sort of stuff?
Well, I have a merch store, so I kind of feel like you're taking shots at me. No, I'm kidding.
Never mind. And that's when he learned he was come back. No, no,
No.
I get it, right? Like, you're your own content creator. You're gonna do your own thing. Don't listen to me about content creation. It's just me bringing up this perspective where I'm seeing more and more of it. Like I can go to almost any platform. You're gonna see someone affiliated. You're gonna see
Yeah,
someone
yeah, yeah, yeah.
sponsored, and all this stuff. Like,
There's
oh
there's
yeah,
loads of things like that though. Like there's a whole thing of that. Like people, it's like I hate the word small content creator, but you get like newer streamers with small followings that are trying to do things that they're not benefiting from, and they should leave until later on. Like if
yeah,
you've got 10 followers, there's no point in you being an affiliate to anything.
yeah.
There's just no point because you're not going to benefit from it at all. I don't think.
Well, and I mean, I know, and again, I know some people take this thing full time, and so that's their, what keeps food on
Yeah,
their table is
if you're trying to make like if you're trying to make it if it's your source of income, like if you're doing this as a job,
mm,
then take all the extra income you can, like all the referral links and everything, because you need to try and make everything you can. Because there
yeah,
could be some months when you struggle to pay your
yeah,
bills, like, and you need that extra little bit. But if you're like just a content creator who's doing it on the side as a hobby, you're just starting out, you've got like 50, 100 followers, you don't need affiliate links and stuff like that.
yeah,
I don't think anyway.
yeah. I
Well, like, it's useful for someone like you. It's useful for someone like you who's on here all the time, regularly putting out good content and speaking to people. It's useful for you because they'll see what you're putting out, and
right,
they'll see like because they trust your word. So when you say, "Oh, I enjoy using Biltong," and you show the website and stuff, people will go to that and check it out because you make it look
yeah,
really good. So it's useful for
Yeah.
someone like yourself.
Yeah. And same with Proton. Like, it's not like, they give you, like, on the partner program, they give you a dashboard that they show you like conversions and whatnot. And I probably only had like one ever person ever sign up through the link. But the point is, there are a lot of clicks too, and it's about making people aware of something that could be of great benefit. Now, again, there are other products out there that are similar. You could go like Bitwarden or whatever it is out there, but it's like, you look at things like email stuff, right? You have still you have AOL, obviously. You have Gmail. You have
Wait,
all this.
AOL's still alive? I thought they closed that down years ago. That's
No,
crazy.
I still had an AOL account, but I got rid of it because it was just spam at a certain
Yeah.
point.
Wow.
Um, so hopefully I got everything moved over. If there's one like mysterious account that's still in an AOL account, I guess it's a goodbye.
Do you remember Yahoo?
Oh yeah, Yahoo!
Yahoo! Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, man.
And there was a drink called Yahoo's too. Remember that? There still is. It doesn't even look like chocolate milk. It looks like this light. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah.
It's really ugh. Yeah. No. Um. But yeah, I just when someone had asked me once, like, would you do a merch store? And I'm like, I don't know what it would sell. Maybe like I'd do like the hat thing, because to be honest, that would work in my favor. If I had found a place that could make hats and people would, you could buy them too. I'd just make it so I could buy it and wouldn't have to go.
Well, that's why I started mine. I started my merch store because I wanted my own merch to wear on stream. So I made like hats and hoodies and things that I would wear, and it was
Mhm.
really good quality. And then I just started making more like t-shirts and things like that, and people buy them for the kids and all kinds of stuff. You'd be
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I just hmm. the and this was a tough thing too when I first started out, was like asking for likes and whatnot, like doing the whole engagement factor. But it was more of just like I had to transform over to no, if I want to get these people out, people like you, people like Luna, people like Tomby, and so many other people. If I want to get their perspectives and all that stuff out there, then you do kind of have to ask for that stuff, because that's what helps on the platforms you put your stuff on. It's like the engagement factor helps with getting those stuff seen, and it's it is about that. It is about the conversation. It is about the people I get to have on, or what have you. Because at the end of the day, I just didn't see a lot of people do it. Now, there are some people I've met who do sort of like that free flowing conversation, but sometimes they get into one area more than another, or like it's niche. Having conversations is niche. But even people like Joe Rogan, like he'll invite big names on and all that stuff, and people want to see that. But I know he's invited at least like on. I think it was one episode where he invited a hitchhiker on or something like that.
Yeah, I think I've
Um,
seen that.
there's another guy, Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn invites people on, who like a lunch lady, garbage person, which is great. That should be what that is. Like, you should have shows out there that invite regular people on. If they don't want to show their face, then you kind of want to respect that. But I mean, it should be that thing where you're sitting down with regular people, whether it's somebody who's considered a celebrity, whether it's somebody who does
I
garbage work.
think I think genuine people is like the thing, right? Like you want people who are
Mhm.
genuine. You don't want just anybody on. That's the good thing about this is like everybody you're getting on is a genuine person. And also as well, like it gives people a chance because when we're on stream and we're live and we're creating content, we sort
Mhm.
of amplify our personalities. I know I do, so I exaggerate things when I'm on stream playing games and stuff like that. So this is a nice chance for people to just see the content creators as like who they are, like as the
Mhm.
person.
Yeah.
So it's really good for so genuine people, like it's a really good thing. And I
Well, I
haven't
mean,
seen
okay.
I haven't seen anyone else doing what you're doing. Like out of all the gaming community and stuff like that that I've seen since joining Rumble, I haven't seen anybody else doing this. So it's really cool what you're doing.
Well, I mean, I could put you like I know he does sometimes gaming, but Joy Cannoli does something. Um, I've had these two guys on. They're called the Lost Art of Common Sense. They're pretty good guys. They do something similar too, but um, it's been this weird thing. Is whenever I heard someone like a content creator say, they say like, oh, I have a hard time getting people on as guests, whatever. I'm like, I I I do. I'm not gonna say it's easy. Like people aren't pouring in to want to come on. Like I've only had like one person say, "Hey, I'd like to come on." Maybe a few people, but I've never had an impouring of people say, "I've seen your show. I'd like to come on," because that door is open. I don't, again, like to your point, I don't want to have bad actors on. I don't want to have people on that just, I want people just to be themselves. That's it. That's all you
Yeah.
have to do. Have a mic and be yourself. That's it. That's the two easiest things you can do to be on the show is to be yourself and have a mic. You don't have a camera if you don't want to. I've had people not show their face, but um but yeah, it's just been a fascinating thing because I've talked to people from different platforms too. I've had people on from Kick, I've had people on from Twitch, people on from YouTube, people that multi-stream, a whole bunch of stuff. People who don't even create content. Wendy being one of them. Um, my thing was is that when at the time before I'd started doing this, hey Luna, my thing was when I started this thing, I followed content creators that were just fighting on other content creators. And again, content creation should be about what you want to create. Don't listen to me, whatever. But it was just my perspective on seeing that. And I was like, but what about say like you have a content creator that has like 5,000 followers. What if they can invite on like a quarter of that throughout the year? Like a quarter of their followers onto their show to talk about whatever. I was like, I didn't very much see that. Now you see people bring somebody on and maybe they'll detract from one of their main points. But it's like it's just other creators. And I was like, I that's limiting. That's very limiting. And I I just don't want to be that. And so through this thing, like to say I've had on over 300 various guests, that's like almost the weekends. All right, so I've taken the weekends off, but like that's pretty much almost every weekday except like the holiday stuff or family events. That's a lot. That's a
The
lot.
thing is as well, like as it grows, because this will get more popular. I guarantee this gets more popular. But as it grows, then you'll start getting people messaging you more to come on and do it.
I mean, and that's and not to sound like a selfish thing, but it's more of just like it relieves some of that work and trying to reach out to people. Not to saying that I would
Yeah.
stop doing that. It's just it helps in that alleviation. Like, oh, okay, so this person says they want to come on, so that okay, so now because like my month is full. I may have a day uh empty, but that more or less works in my favor. But like next month, like next week, what week are we on? Yeah, like the next 2 weeks is when I start going out there and I start sending out DMs through X or whatever to say, hey, would you like to come on, that sort of thing, because
Yeah.
I try to build a buffer. Like the first week, I try to build a first week or second week buffer so that way I have time, like I can take a breather and then because again, still going out there, still asking people on. Doesn't matter the status. I don't care if you're big numbers or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is if you just say yes.
Yeah,
Like
like it doesn't like to make interesting content on a podcast like this, you don't need someone who's got massive numbers. Like it could be anyone. It's about the person, isn't it? And it's about the conversation and how
yeah.
interesting it is. And like we've gone from everything today. We've gone from the weather through to streaming platforms to candy, like
Mm.
everything. Like it doesn't matter who you get on as long as they're an interesting person or they have something that you want to talk about.
Well, and people do, and that's another thing too. Is like you'd be surprised of how many people have had say, "Oh, I'm anxious. I don't." Even Luna was anxious yesterday. Like, I don't think I have anything interesting to say or anything on the issue. I'm like, you. Well, first off, you have no idea who you're talking to, and second, you can't say that because you don't know. When someone says they don't believe they have anything interesting, do you know like a person's life? Have you lived through someone's shoes? Have you heard their perspectives before? Give someone enough space to be free enough to speak on whatever. Like it can be from the lowest of things to like the most controversial, like politics or whatever. Because I don't go there on purpose. But if it comes there, then we can explore it. Right? It's about exploration rather than it is like topic centered things, which other people do,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But having people understand that if they just come as themselves and they are just willing to trust me, because it's me on me at the end of the day, the other person free and clear, right? Embarrassment doesn't matter. They're free and clear. Me, it's all on me to carry this through. Like you're riding on my back. That's how this is going.
Yeah.
Get off. Oh, Lord, my
What are you trying to say? Not that heavy.
I'm trying to. I'm getting. I'm just saying you're a little hefty there. But the point
Don't clip that. Don't clip that, chat. Do not clip that.
that BBQ Penguin, man, he is one hefty boy right there.
It's all that biltong jerky I've been eating.
Oh man, I've never seen a man carry another man like that before in my life. You know, that's the first time I ever seen a man ride a man like he was a horse. That is just the strangest thing. What the hell? Oh, they'll never let you live it down though. That's for certain. Oh my gosh. Oh man, your friends would be like, "So what? What was it, man? You rode it, man?" Oh, we're horrible people. But no, it's Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'll let Wendy speak. Exactly. Wendy says exactly. Dare has no script or logbook to keep his show running. He goes with the flow and he's making his guests comfortable. Even the English language of the guests so strong. So isn't so strong. Oh, don't do that. So what Wendy is saying is I had Wendy on. Now, of course, she's from the Netherlands, as I said before. Now, these from the Netherlands, but her accent is very strong. So she can't speak English, and of course, there's another person I've had on. It's a friend of hers. Her name is Anjanette, who's from South Africa. So they both can understand each other Dutch because they speak Dutch.
Yeah.
But her accent is strong. So if you were to hear her talk, it'd be very strong. So you have to be patient and stuff. But she also has times too where she has issue trying to find the right word, English word, to convey from her Dutch, basically.
Yeah, I used to so I spoke about the stream team that I had on Twitch.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
two of the people in that stream team were Dutch, and it was the
Oh,
same
okay.
then. Yeah, so I've been through a similar thing, yeah. Like when they're trying to
Yeah.
find the right words and things like that.
Mm-hmm. And you're almost trying to like playing charades and like, are you talking like a boat? Or are you talking like a
English is hard as well because English has like so many words that mean different things, but they are
Yeah.
the same word. Like it's difficult.
And kids we call that homonyms, a pair and a pair. See, two very different words, but they sound the same. Yeah, it's but no, she had those points, and you understand it too, where she's trying to find that word to explain what she's trying to convey, which is difficult all around. Like you can have someone from South Africa and what they don't know the English word very well,
Well,
and so
I'm from England and I don't know the English words sometimes. I'll be honest.
sometimes you guys sound like you have rice in your mouth. You can't say the words very well, so there's that. Um,
Pretty sure that's racist, but we'll go
hey,
with it.
what? Hey, at least they didn't say like mutton or anything like that. That'd have been worse. But yeah, and so when you give someone who you can understand a bit, like I'm not gonna say it was easy, but it wasn't hard either. When you give someone enough space, they can breathe, they can relax, you can have fun with them or whatever, even if you can't fully understand them. That's when an individual can become who they are, or they can let themselves go. Not in that sense. We don't need anyone stripping on stream. But but it's like just being allowed to be themselves.
That's
Because
that premium content, right?
that's the high. That's like premium plus at that point.
Premium stream after this, guys. We're gonna strip.
Oh goodness, no. I'll be banned before you know it. But no, it's that thing where if you give them room, whites. I try to be a blank piece of paper, right? That white piece of paper, like a canvas, whatever, where you can draw whatever as you start. And so when you can be that to them in that regard and able to carry the show without having them worry too much about anything, I think you could find people become relaxed enough to be themselves, because that's what I want. I want people to be themselves. And yeah, sure, we're recording this, or not recording per se, but we're streaming it. We're showing people who you are. You may not show your face. They may hear your voice. They may hear all the oohs and ahs and awkwardness that's in there, but they get to hear you.
I think as well, like if you get a content creator on, content creators are used to being in front of cameras and stuff like that. We forget that they're even there. If you're bringing on like regular people, it's like a bit of a shock to the system. They're like, oh, someone's watching me. So it will take a little bit of time for them to settle in until they get used to it.
Oh yeah, but you can in a way, if you're good enough, you can easily make them forget that too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
I mean,
and
they
that
could hide it like I'm looking at the stream right now. They could hide it from the screen and just treat it like a phone call, you know?
yeah, well, Zoom. What's the other one? A Skype, but now that's gone. No, my Skype. I barely even used it. Even back in the day, it wasn't that great. But it's just that thing of like that's what I was. That's why I didn't see very much of. It was other content creators, and I didn't see people bring on people that weren't like. Again, you have a 5,000 people following you, right? A quarter of that. Imagine a quarter of those people that come on the show. You don't. Some of them don't show their face. Some of them maybe change their name or give a username, whatever. All this stuff. Yet you get to hear them. You get to hear their perspective. You get to hear about what they think about the world and their part of what they live in. That's the important part. Because deep down, I think not everyone, but I think deep down, people want to be remembered to some regard. And that's why I partly do this too, is because I've already, so a while back, I've had a gentleman on multiple times. His name is D Bad Chad. And he's been on many times, like DaraChat. He's been on a few of my Pay It Forward streams, like Luna was. He's been on a Rumble Squared show, which is another part of this, where I ask people of their experience of Rumble and their issues and whatnot. But he's been on many different parts. He sadly passed away the day after Christmas, and he just, he was married. He didn't have any kids or anything. He just, all that stuff. So that was a difficult time. But those streams are still out there. You still get to see D-Pad Chad as he was, as his thoughts, as his perspectives, as as himself. That's the other part of why I do that.
Yeah, that's a big reason why I got into content creation as well. Like, it's my kids are going to be able to look back at all the videos I've made and watch the videos. You know, like when I'm
Mm,
not here, they'll be
yeah,
able to go back and look through all my videos.
yeah.
And I've even got like a YouTube channel that I do with my kids where we play like Roblox and stuff like that,
Oh,
purely so they've
nice.
got things to look back on, like
Yeah.
videos to go back on.
They'll think, man, Dad, that was so awkward. And you're like, don't tell me about it. Kids, stop picking your nose. But it's it's that notion of you get to see people as they are. There is no requirements other than a mic there, and ability to speak. Like I've had some people who were challenging. They were challenging and getting to converse or whatever, and that's fine. That works for me because I can learn how to better my conversational part. But it's this ability for open, free conversation, and being able to be as you are, and also having something that no matter how many times you come on, those points can be remembered, and people can see that, and they could say, so that's what that person was like, because you have history books, and you have like those what is it, the like the little lines on your family tree, whatever. You don't know who those people are majority of the time, and so you're sitting there like, what was their life? What were they like? Like you can only probably maybe go up to your great grandpa if you've ever met him, or your grandpa, or maybe not even that, maybe your dad, or maybe not even your dad. You don't know those people as they were. You don't know their perspectives. You don't know the thoughts. You don't know what their mindset was of the world of what they were looking at. And that's partly what, and that's another reason why I do this too, because they get to see. Yes, BBQ Penguin is not your name, and that's okay. But they get to hear your thoughts about, oh, what do you think about this game, or what do you think about the life around your area, or what do you think about this? They get to hear you as you are, no fakeness, no falseness to it, unless you do that ordeal. I can't. I'm not a mind reader.
I I I that see that is something that I really dislike is fake content creators. I can't stand phony content creators.
Hmm.
I it triggers me. Like it genuinely triggers me.
Hmm. I can't. I just can't be that person, and I can't. I also can't be that very hype I'm not saying can't be charismatic, but I can't be like that super hype, all that energy sort of stuff, because there's also that point too where people get dissuaded by the high energy, and sometimes it can work, sometimes it doesn't. But I feel like coming at the way I try to, coming at it as a blank page, coming across people who aren't content creators, who are content creators, doesn't matter which side of the coin, and just coming from that angle, I think that works a whole lot better, because again, you've given enough people space to be as they are, and you will get to see something that I think will be more valuable down the road than you would say some topic centered show. Like, I get it, talk about politics, talk about the state of gaming, talk about all this stuff, but that usually fades away with another studio, another system of politics, another. It eventually fades away, but the ideas, the thoughts that people have, what they thought about the about political aspect or religious aspect or a dating aspect or gaming aspect, so much do we have, and yet so much do we take for granted.
Yeah.
And that's why I do this, because of the whole fascination of that. I know that's very poetic, but there's a truth to it. And yeah, I don't know how best to explain it. I say free flowing conversational show, but I can give you so much more. And just we're gonna go William Shakespeare here. Just hold on a second. No, he doth protest too much, and yet he resteth not.
It's the good thing about doing it the way that you do it as well, with it not being structured, is you can have the same people on multiple times and it
Yeah.
will be different every single time.
Oh yeah.
Whereas if it was structured and you were asking the certain questions, there's only so many questions that you can ask someone before
Yeah.
it becomes the same. Like,
Mm,
especially a content creator, there's only so many questions you can ask. But when it's like free flowing and there's no plan or anything like that, you can have the same person on multiple times.
yeah. You
It's so much better.
you have thousands upon thousands of years of human inquisitiveness, human questioning, human poetry, all sorts of stuff. And you're not you, but the general you is more worried about what's the 24/7 news, what's going on right now. And that's understandable, right? Some things are important. They need, like, weather and stuff. Like, you need to know what's going on right now to a certain degree. But there's so much more, again, that we take for granted, and we're just too much on this 24/7 stuff. And I'm like, it, and social media perpetuates that. Oh, and he's gone. refresh refresh your page, barbecue, refresh your page. Refresh it, refresh.
Yeah, it just kicked me out, man. I don't know. I'm back.
Oh yeah, you're back. It was probably an internet thing where a blip happened or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that happen before. It was happening with Luna yesterday. But speaking of Luna, she said, I literally had a panic attack before I came on last night. And I have to say, it didn't take long for you to make me feel comfortable. Keep doing you, man. Well, thank you, Luna. I appreciate that. Yeah, listen, you were your own girl, okay? You had an attitude of sass. An attitude of sass is what I'll say. And then Wendy says, yes, but I know there are some Dutch words that sound something. Well, so is German. There are some German words that sound English, similar to English. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know. I've taken up this thing. This is a thing I want to pursue, like, in life as an adult. There's a tread path where it says go to college, do this, that, or whatever, and that's the path of life. But I am not sassy. Yes, you are. Don't you try to not. Don't you try to not, young lady. I saw you yesterday. You were a bit sassy. You were a bit sassy right there. Um, but now those things like college are kind of diluted, because you can learn pretty much anything you want online, and all sorts of stuff. And I just taking the well treaded path doesn't always mean you have to take it. Like, I I didn't know, right? I
But
didn't.
look how many famous people and rich people didn't go to college. Look how many
Yeah.
people dropped out of school and then
Hmm.
became famous.
Hmm.
Like, it's the system is the system. Like, they want you to go to school, they want you to go to college, they then want you to get a 9 to 5 or whatever. Like, they want you to do that. Like,
Hmm.
doing the same thing that everybody else does and that everyone is told they should do is never going to get you anywhere. You need to do your own thing and find yourself and find your own thing, you know?
Yeah, I think as time goes on, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have some direction. Like it's good to have some direction, but I think in life as an adult, um, because there are some bases as a kid you need, like you need to be able to write, you need to be able to read, and all
Yeah.
this stuff. Um, in America, they used to call it the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic. And I think having those foundations are pretty much key to the beginning process of learning more down the way. Like, you need to know how to read, you need to know how to write, you need to know how to add. Like, as an adult, adding's pretty simple, but as time goes on, you just use a calculator and you're done. Or you just ask AI, but it's it really is this thing where as an adult there are times where you don't know where to go or what you're supposed to do or whatever. And I was on that arena. I didn't know, what was I supposed to do. I didn't want to go to college and waste money for something that wasn't going to mean anything. I went and tried to get a CompTIA plus and go through that because I thought computing was it, because I've built my own computer from the ground up. I bought parts from Amazon. It's cheaper to buy from Amazon, to be honest. Newegg's a little more expensive, and so forth. But I just didn't know. And going those places seemed to be like something, but I just didn't know. And then I come to, trying to figure out with this thing, and I start with gaming, streaming gaming, all that stuff. Like I was showing Luna yesterday, and people can go check. Like if you saw my first stuff, you'd be like, I don't, the beginning stuff is always a weird one, but that's how I started out. And when I found that thing that was like that speaks to me, I was like, that's the thing right there. That's the thing. It's not an easy road, man. It is not an easy road.
No.
Um, but when you find that thing, like,
But it's like me, like I went through school and a little bit of college and it wasn't for me. Like I didn't want to go to college and university. Like
yeah,
I became a DJ instead. And
really,
that just happened. Like as soon as I finished with college, I
Mhm.
became a DJ. And that's what I did for a living for a long time.
What did you use, like your actual name, like DJ, or did you call yourself like DJ Snackers or something like
DJ Penguin. No,
DJ?
I had a DJ name and everything, but yeah, I did that. But that's like you, it just came along. Like you've got to find the thing that is you and then lean
Mm.
into it. You
Yeah,
just got to lean into it and go all in when it comes along.
yeah, because I think because that in the essential is purpose itself. That's what I think. Like if you find purpose, then that purpose is, and it doesn't mean it can't expand either, right? Like there may be some things where it comes and your interests sort of waft that way, but it can always bring you back because I think people understand that there's so much information out there. There's so much thing that fulfillment is a personal matter. It is not what technology can give you. Although there are some great benefits to that, it is based upon your journey in finding that thing that once you found it, it's sort of like um age man. It's sort of like when people talk about like they see the person for the first time and they fall immediately in love and they know there's an instant connection and all this stuff. It's sort of like that. You find that instant connection of like that's the thing. That's the thing I want to do, and you follow with it. It can be powerful. It personally can be powerful, and I think, and then this not to get too in a sad point, but this is where that sad part of you see people who end themselves before time comes, and it's just like you're not. It's not the saying that I've not been close to that situation before, not like I've had those thoughts, but it's also the point of like life offers you immeasurable uh what's opportunities, options. There's so many of it out there. Like, if you were to see here as a kid, right? You thought that going to a candy store would be heaven because there's chocolates right over there. There's there's something you want. Your teeth are gonna rot out before you get out of the store. That's how bad it is. Suckers, malt drinks like ice cream. It is. That's what life can be like. Like, yes, you do have to have like moderation and stuff, but life can be in that abundance of the candy store where everything can go. And I think when you have those people, the people that come across, or the people who go down try to go start going down that road of self-affliction, ending themselves, it does become a sad point because I've been at those thoughts. I know what there's like. I know the worst enemy of yourself is yourself. But when you can say, you know what, um, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I know that there's so much out there that I don't know, which can be scary. There's so much I don't know that offers so much possibility of what it could be. And that's easier said than done, right? Like I can sit here and say whatever, obviously. But it's trying to get people to change from that mindset of like it's the end, there's no hope, there is no forgiveness, there's no whatever, to but what if?
The thing is with that and like mental health and stuff is like
Mhm.
the bad times don't stay bad forever and the good
Yeah,
times don't stay good forever. You have to try and ride the waves. And like if you are struggling, you need to try and find something or you need to try and coach yourself to get through it because it will be rough, but it's not going to last that way forever.
yeah,
And once you get through that, it could be the best time of your life. You just never know what's on the other end of it.
yeah. And like Luna says, it's just a season. That's the
Yeah.
perfect way to encapsulate when life gets you down, and there are times where it's going to. When life gets you down, when you think there is no hope to move forward, it's just a season.
Yeah, it will like eventually pass. Like it
Yeah.
will.
You just think of it this way, right? Winter has come, and soon spring shall. Even though there's been times of cold, hard periods of life, and you're stuck inside where you don't want to be, and the roads are icy or whatever, always remember that spring will eventually come. That is a season, and then summer, then fall, then it will come around again. But to be able to get through that challenge, to be able to get up, and I'm not saying everything's going to be perfect on getting through that either, and sometimes it's best to have help too, like,
Oh
there
yeah,
are people.
definitely. I
But
think sorry, what
no, okay.
one thing that I always thought like cuz I've struggled at times as well
Hmm.
is like if you can set yourself little goals, small goals. So
Hmm.
even if it's like getting out of bed, brushing your teeth,
Hmm.
having a wash, taking a shower,
Hmm.
if you can set yourself little goals like that, it helps massively because then you can build towards getting back on track and getting back to feeling good, you know.
Yeah.
Anyone who is struggling, that would be my advice. Obviously seek help if you need it, but
Hmm.
set yourself like little goals, like daily goals to try and accomplish.
Yeah, people. I don't think people realize how much pebbles. Uh, I mean, obviously, if you get a pebble in your shoe, it gets very annoying and you want to get it out. But I don't think people understand how. I think it was what was the story? It was the story about the raven who wanted to get a drink from the well, and in order to get the drink from the well, they would put pebbles down into the well to raise the water level in order to get a drink of water. So they kept putting pebbles. Oh, I'm gonna have to look this up.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah, no, I think it was. I think it was a raven. There was like a plastic bottle of water, right?
Raven well. Sorry, I'm trying to because I want to make sure I get this right. There we go.
I've seen a video on that.
Oh, the crow. Okay, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. This is called the crow in the pitcher. That's the story right there. I
That's
found it.
not that actually happens in real life, though. I've seen a video of them doing that.
Oh yeah, they're smart birds. They obviously are pretty smart. It's a fable, Aesop fables, and the story concerns. Hold on, how did I get it in there? Okay, the story concerns a thirsty crow that comes upon a pitcher with water at the bottom, beyond the reach of its beak. After failing to push it over, the bird drops in pebbles one by one until the water rises to the top of the pitcher, allowing it to drink. In his telling, Avianus follows it with a moral that emphasizes the virtue of ingenuity. This fable shows us that thoughtfulness is superior to brute strength. Other tellers of the story stress the crow's persistence. In Francis Barlow's edition, the proverb "necessity is the mother of invention" is applied to the story, while an early 20th century retelling quotes the proverb "where there's a will, there's a way," which is also true. Um, but I mean, again, it was just putting in pebbles one by one, and then the water comes up, and it's able to get a drink of water. And somebody had to come up with it. Like, it's funny how we don't may not know the original originator of these stories, but it shows you that stories, if done well, can have something to it that anyone can take away something from it. So there is that. Um, but no, and
That's literally my Twitch chat every day, bro. I swear. Join my
sorry.
Discord. Do you need a graphic designer?
No, and find someone else. But yeah, that's I think that's what life has to be. You have a vase full of water and you're very thirsty, or your favorite drink doesn't matter. Not vodka. I know some of you like vodka. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a few pebbles, like Penguin said. You're gonna do little things, brush your teeth, clean up your clothes, maybe do some laundry, all that stuff, little stuff. Chip bats are the worst. Yes, there you go. You have someone in agreement with that. But you're gonna continue putting those pebbles in, and eventually you're going to get that drink of water. And I think not giving up is the greatest thing. Even when it's tough, don't give up, because I've been there. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and now here I am talking to over 300 various people across the world, and I'm enjoying it. And I get to talk to them again over and over. Um, but yeah, just I know it's easy to say don't give up, but listen, when you're in a place where all you can think about is how you're going to do it, how are you going to how are you going to push yourself over there and just take yourself out of it, you will try to think of ways to do it and all this stuff. And I think for me, and just as a personal story, I think for me, my fear was the greatest thing that kept me alive. And fear is not always the greatest because it can keep you from doing things. But I think fear can be the greatest thing that will keep you alive in that regard and that thought process. And I'm grateful for it because I probably, if I had the courage to do it, I probably wouldn't be here getting to talk to over 300 people like yourselves. So uh, don't let that be the only point of view. Know that there's more than just one thought. It's a whole world, man. It's you. I put it this way: we are dust mites on a blue marble encircling a golden sun in a nigh infinite universe. And you think taxes are the problem?
I love that.
People are like, what about aliens? Like, at this point, either they show themselves or they don't. The point of the matter is, though, is to get you outside of the box you've been in, and push you out into the world, universe that is so massive and so expansive that almost anything can happen. And then your mind is open to say, wait a second. So what if I did this differently? Or what if I tried this thing? Or what if I tried that thing? Trial and error, experiment. The world is yours. Like it's once you get into that mindset, it's the concept does gets easier and easier to understand. It's hard at first, it always will be, but get your mindset there, and you could be on a better path than just saying, you know what, I think this is the better option, and it's not always the better option.
No.
For me, I can't do that, but I can say though that maybe one day you'll get to be someone who gets to talk to people from across the world, and you'll get to ask them silly questions like, how does tea really taste, and do biscuits really go well with it? um
The thing is as well, like if you're going through something where you get to the point where you're thinking about ending it all, like
mm,
you you don't know how much it could help other people if you get through that and share your story. Like you being here now and sharing that with people is way more effective than you taking the other option, right?
mm.
Like you could save so many people's lives just by gritting your teeth and getting through the hard times that you had. So, do you know what I mean? Like, people don't realize this, the impact they could have. Yeah, you're going through hard times, but if you can get through that, you're going to help so many people.
Yeah, I think that's where the ultimate of what experiences can speak to is, doesn't matter what the experience is on, well, more or less, but it matters that when you've had experience with something, so like you're in a car crash, well, now you can speak to other people who've been in a car crash, and you understand how they're going. You know how people say, what if the shoe was on the other foot or something like that, or you don't know because you've never worn my shoes. Well, once you've experienced something similar, you could say, I've been there, I can understand.
Yeah.
Maybe not perfectly because there's always some variation, but to a degree of nth you can understand to some small degree, and that can play into a bigger effect. It's it's a past the time. We're gonna start winding down, but I did kind of want to start closing out, and we'll get to our promotion stuff. But this is one of the things I want to end. I'd never, so I'm pretty sure you when people say, people have mentioned like all the world is a stage, right? And they do like that one line and that's it. Well, I found a website where it talks about, because it's just one. It's from As You Like It, spoken by Jacques. Is the William Shakespeare play. And the reason why I bring that section up, because it's not a very long section. It's pretty mild. But the reason I bring it up, because it even if you don't truly understand like how it's said and stuff, because it's ye old English, and I'm talking like ye old English. But when you could just listen to it and you're hearing these words, and it's all of a sudden, and then you get to the last part, it's like it makes sense in some degree. It's a weirdness to it, but I've just found that to be the case. So let me bring it up. I'm not a Shakespeare person by heart, so don't come at me like I'm Shakespearean. But it's just the line of that regard of all the world is stage, because there's more to it than that. People just say that line, but there's more to that promise. And so it goes, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His act begins 7 ages, at first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy, with his satchel, and shining morning face creeping like snail, unwilling to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad. Made to his mistress' eyebrow, then a soldier, full of strange oaths, and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even the cannon's mouth, and then the justice, in fair round belly with good capon lind, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The 6 age shifts into the lane and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose well saved a world too wide for his shrunk shank and his big manly voice, turning again toward childish treble pipes, and whistles in his sound, last scene of all. That ends this strange eventful history. His second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. And it talks about, and in that regard you hear the sort of like the quick rundown of the life process, the life progress. But I've always found that section. I've never read William Shakespeare. I just know that one line. But trying to go look that whole section up and seeing all that, there's more to it, and it speaks much more to the human condition, the play we play, the life we live, the roles and the entrances we come into, and our exit and all that stuff. It's incredible once you immerse in it a bit, but people are different. So there's that. Wendy says, "How do you combine your daily schedule with streaming? I mean, there are offline things that can't wait." Are you talking to me? Are you talking to both of us? Who are you talking to? 'Cause I don't know what you're talking about. How's it
For
going there?
me, for me, it's sacrificing sleep. Like I have a choice. I have a daily choice. I can stream or sleep.
Hmm.
So
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
so I have kids and a job as well, obviously, and yeah, sometimes it's like you either sleep or you get like 3 hours sleep or 4 hours sleep, and you can stream and squeeze in a stream.
Hmm.
So basically, doing it where you can, like trying to
Yeah.
squeeze it in.
For me, it was for me it's the fact of, in general. Well, I mean, I don't have kids. I'm not married or anything, or on the prospect, but like for me, it's just my job lines up well enough that my schedule is set, and I know what my schedule is, and so that helps me be flexible in scheduling when someone comes on. Like I put out a time, but usually I try to work in with someone's time, like we did for this one. So I just it my job. has done well for me enough that I can do this thing. And yes, for this like past few weeks I've been having overtime, which has been great for my paycheck. But it ends this week, so oh well. But it's just I think if you give people enough time, if you let people enough time to know, I think it may work in your favor. Like if you keep people updated on at least to what they know, not the very in-depth stuff, but on what they need to know. I think if you communicate that part, you should be okay. But for me, my job allows me, the time and all that, because I could have had a seven to like a second shift job or a third shift job, but this first shift job really does well, and it allows me to do this. And again, the allowment to do this has been amazing. And I think that's the most important part is all of you get to be a part of this, all of you who get to be part of the conversation, all of you that get to be in the streams and the shorts, or the shorts from the streams, and people get to see you, they get to see how you think and how you feel and all those things. And it's not false, it's to you as the individual. Even if you use a username, it doesn't matter, you are still you behind the name, and people get to see you for that. And in that way, to some small regard, you do not get forgotten. Some part of you will be remembered in the world because you said yes and you took that chance. And that's the important part. So anyway, let's get on to let's see where oh, here you go. So here's your stuff, good sir. If you want to promote your stuff in your way, the floor is yours.
Well, I spoke about this earlier when you
Yeah, these are for me.
dipped out for a second, but
Yeah.
I'm not a massive fan of self promo, so I used that time to sort of promote you and thank you, and to tell everybody to like and repost your content and stuff like that. I think that would be much better than me self promoting.
Dang it, you should have waited till I got back.
No, I think people should do that because I think you've got a great thing going on here. I think your content's awesome and you've got a really good idea. And I think people should go through your videos and they should share them and they should like them and they should follow you. And that would be much better than me self promoting, I think.
Well, if he's not going to do it, I'm going to do it. Look, all his links are down. Look, I'm going to do it. Forget him. I'm going to do it. He doesn't want to do it. I'm going to do it. All his links are down below on both the Rumble side and YouTube side. Give this guy a look. He plays games. He's about story, RPG games, story games. Did you play the Last of Us games?
I did. I played everything, bro. I play everything from MMOs to shooter games. I'm like a super competitive gamer.
How did you like number 2?
I didn't play number 2.
Oh, you dirty son of a bitch!
I played the remake. I played the remake of number 1, and it was good. It was good, yeah. But I didn't play number 2.
For what it's worth, I think the first Last of Us, even though it has its complications, like the whatever it brought up, it was probably the best story game I've seen because of that. Because not only the relationship between not just because of Joel's story and what came first before then, but what comes after when he and what's her name? Joel and what was the girl's name?
Ellie?
Ellie, that's right. Oh my gosh. I shows you how much I know. But it goes to show that like that relationship that comes after with Ellie and the process that leads up to it, and then the process during, and then finding out what she has, and then going through that process, and then becomes sort of like a pseudo. The number 2 did him dirty with that.
I watched the was it the Netflix show? Was it, or HBO or something?
Yeah, there was a Netflix show. Yeah, I think. It was.
So I watched that, and that's how I found out what happened in the second game. So I didn't play the second one.
Yeah, that was just.
Speaking of story games, have you ever played Detroit Become Human?
I have watched people play that. I've not played it myself. I just
incredible.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good game.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting idea. But again, the idea of the like Android stuff is like, if you've ever seen iRobot, Will Smith, sort of in that similar vein, but that could be a discussion for another time. But anyway, his links are down there below, both on the Rumble side, YouTube side. Give him a look. He's a gamer of story and fanciness and knowledge and all that stuff. Just look, he may have a weird name, but at least he plays games and he has fun with it. So give him a look. If he's worth a follow, why not? Because guy's trying to do this thing he enjoys, and yeah, he's getting it out there. He's getting it out there. So give him a look, and he's worth that follow. Why not? So there you go, both on the Rumble side and YouTube side. I'm gonna look him up
Thank you,
now.
dude.
You're welcome.
And also thank you for having me on as well. I've enjoyed it.
Well, thank you for having a toasted potato. All right, I'm hungry now. Someone put toasted potato, and I'm starting to get a little hungry. That's good enough for me. Speaking of games, vintage and retro games are hot at the moment. Yes, well, they're always hot. Vintage and retro games are always hot because they make so much money. So there's that. Let's see. Where's it? Where's it? Links. Oh, here we go. Oops, nope, I gotta do that. For my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side, doesn't matter which side you're on, because I stream to both. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, all the things that help with the engagement factor is much appreciated, because not only is it helping being seen more, it also helps in having other people on, like BBQ Penguin, like Luna, like Wendy, like so many people. Again, over 300 various guests. So I'll repeat that. Over 300 various guests, create or not. It doesn't matter which side of the coin you're on. If you want to come on, I'll talk to you. No bad actors though. Not interested in bad actors. They don't make good guests. They just make horrible guests, to be honest. But anyway, any help with the engagement factor on either end is much appreciated. So thank you all for that. And of course, now to go back up to my list of links so I don't have to copy paste again. Oh, here you go. There's my link right. There's my link tree thing right there. Go there. You'll find my Twitter X, my email, my Rumble, my YouTube links. You also find a link to Discord, but it's just for DMing because I'm not interested in building a server. It's just there's only so much level. There's only so much mental bandwidth I have before I'm like, I'm done. All right. So I'm not trying not to push that one, but I do enjoy what I do, so it's not there yet. But yeah, so all my links are there. So you can find, if you want to find where else I'm at, there you go. Of course, things I promote Proton Mail. I'm part of Proton's partner program. Yes, I can get something out of it, but this is for you guys. I promote a product that I know I use and I know well, and I believe will be a great benefit to you. You can go check it out through that link. There's more in-depth information there, and I believe you could save. You think your first month will be $1, and then I think you'll get like a discount after that. But it's up to you. It's up to you. It's a product I use. Hearing the stories of like a company getting hacked and the passwords getting leaked and all that stuff. You want an email service you can rely on, and Google Mail isn't it, even though you need it if you're on YouTube. So Google Mail isn't it, but it's right there. They have a free version. They do have a free version, so you can find it and use it for yourself. If not, that's okay too. It's just there in case you do. So thank you for that. And of course, Biltong USA. If you know what Biltong is, it is a Biltong is South African treat, and it's also in Australia too. Australians know, and all that stuff. But it's South African treat. It's sort of their version of beef jerky, but it's not like it's better than store bought beef jerky. Much more healthy for you than store bought beef jerky. But you can go look at that. We took a look at it earlier. I'm not going back there again. All right, we stayed there long enough. There's a lot of different candies we saw, most of it from the UK. But if you want to go, it's right there. And if you do decide to buy something, you can use code DARA to save yourself 10% off. That's right, big old 10%. Better than zero. Better than zero. So it's good right there. Let's see. No, it's not. It's not that time yet. But beyond that, schedule for next week comes out tomorrow, as usual, because it's Sunday. Although for some it is already Sunday, so that's how this works. But the last thing I do with my guest BBQ is something I like to call questions from the hat. And so what happens is I bought a hat from Rumble right here, and I put some questions inside. And so what happens is that you, my guest, get 2 freebie questions. Is that right? I am feeling so generous. It's like I won the lottery. You get 2 freebie questions, and then I get to say, where are my taxes? You what? I don't got no TV license. Get out of my house.
That accent is so bad that it's actually really good.
Look, I can try to do at least the lighter version. Like it's how when I do an accent, it's more based upon how I've heard how they say stuff. Like there's always the Cockney stuff. You know, Americans do like that. I governor, how you doing? You have that stuff right there, which is like, that's probably not what they say. I mean, you have Michael Caine, right? Michael Caine is Cockney, but you can hear how he sounds and all this stuff. I'm like this. No, I'm not gonna do that.
That's really good. That was really good. No, that was really good.
Look, I'm not here to try to take anything from you. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm gonna take you out. That's all I'm gonna do. But
Brilliant.
regardless, it's how I hear someone say a word because there's an accent to it. But there's also like there's a channel on YouTube. It's called the Try Channel, and it's a bunch of Irish people. They drink, they try different things and all this sort of stuff. But they say word differently. So when we as an American say car, they say car, right? There's an elongated car. And so you kind of listen to that. It says, I'm driving the car to Sutherland and blah, 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 blah. And you start going in that route and you just start listening how they say words like, yo, wanker, and then just stuff like that. Right? It's just stuff like that. Piss poke it off, yo, wanker.
Brilliant.
But that's how I do it. It's the difference between, what's the word? It's the difference between impersonating or impersonating. It's the difference between impersonating and emulating. And I'd rather do emulation because then you can hear how they sound out things, and that's more closer to the truth than saying, "Oh, look at me, I'm some English bloke. Oh, look at me, oh, grand, oh, bloody hell," and stuff like that. So, but
Bloody
anyway,
hell.
get that bloke. Well, and the funny thing is, like, I would listen to like The Witcher, audiobooks, and the gentleman in there is doing like the Scottish voice accent for the dwarves, and he's doing Geralt's voice is gruffly and deep, and it's like wind howling, and stuff like that. And then I'm listening to like these BBC radio dramas of like Sherlock Holmes, and he did, "Oi, governor, right." Oh, look at Sherlock Holmes! Everyone get out of the way! It's Sherlock Holmes.
Amazing. My cheeks are hurting.
I know I'm not perfect, but at least I can listen like, oh, so that's how they used to sound. So it's like, oh, oi.
That's really good.
Oi, mate, you got a bit of a bobber in your pocket, aye? Well, and you've got like Monty Python too. You got Monty Python right there, and you can listen to them. It's like the one, what was it? The one sketch where it's Eric Idle, and he's sitting next to the guy. He's like, is your Mrs. Like taking pictures? I. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got stuff like that. You've got so much stuff that you even before the internet, you got so much stuff to where you can just listen to how these people talk, and even though they're exaggerated because they're playing a character, when you hear the normal voice like John Cleese or Eric Idle or whatever, you can at least hear how they define words and how they say words. And though you may slip into doing an impression of them, what you're really doing is you're hearing how that Blackpool is different than Liverpool. Like a Scouse is much different than a high northern Londoner or whatever, that sort of stuff. But it's just by listening.
Yeah.
To make people laugh. I try. I really do. Someone's gonna say, "Hey, do your English accents." Like, look, it's not that time of day. Get up. It's trying to do like an American thing, and you say in the English accent, "Oi, get off my lawn." All right. Question number one. All right, put my hand in the hat. Just trying to. I'm not even looking. Doing this all by chance.
Oh.
So whatever question you get, it's not my fault. Okay. Question number one is right here.
He put his hand in the hat and disconnected the stream. Uh-oh.
What? Am I not?
Hi guys, welcome to Penguin Chat. Brand new podcast on Rumble.
Oh, did I disappear from your stream?
Oh, he's back. Oh
no,
quick.
I'm here. What?
No, you froze you froze ever since you said I'm reaching into the hat. You froze. So I took over the show.
I thought you were just gonna try to say something else. He's reaching to the hat, folks. It might not be a hat at all. All right, question number one.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go. The question is, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Ooh. Hmm. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been given any really good advice. I'll be honest.
Really? Not even when you were, your
No.
stream team or whatever? No, there was no advice from that?
No, because I've done everything myself. Like I'm self-taught in everything I've done. Like from
Nice.
DJing to content creation, I've self-taught the whole way. I've literally made my own mistakes and learned myself. And yeah, no, I don't think there is anything. Not that I can think of, anyway.
Alright, well, I tried with that question.
I mean, you can choose another question. I don't mind.
Alright, well, since he said we could choose another question, I'm just gonna use this question right here. And we'll make that our number one. What's a book that changed your perspective on something?
A book that changed my perspective.
Don't tell me you don't read because, dear Lord, I'm not gonna take
Bro,
another question.
I haven't read a book in so long. I read to my kids, but
Hey,
um,
that's something.
book that changed my perspective on something.
Changed.
Again, I can't think of anything.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
chat. I
What is
apologize.
what is your favorite color? Can you answer that one?
Favorite color is red. Yeah, I can answer that one.
Well, good, because my favorite color is red too. That's
There
again,
you
that's
go.
the hat stuff. So let me guess. Just be yourself. Too late. He didn't know, but we'll go. We'll let him have that. We'll let him have that.
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself. Here you go. Here's question number two. For you, what does a perfect vacation look like?
Anywhere with my kids. Literally, I could be anywhere. As long as I'm with my kids, it doesn't matter. As long
And
as they're having a good time, it doesn't matter. Could be
that
anywhere, doing
and
anything.
and that right there, kids, is a dad right there. But anyway, again, our links are down below in both the Rumble side and YouTube side. So if you want to see where we're at, you can give us a look, and all that good stuff. And all my other promotional links are down there too. And again, tomorrow the schedule for next week's coming out. But again, a big thank you to all those who were in chat. I know it's weird for me to do something on Saturday, but I work with my guests, and sometimes the weekend's the only thing that works. So that's why we're here, and that's okay. It works. That's what I do. I'm flexible as best I can with my guest. That's the truth. But also not only that, but to the big man himself, the big penguin, the big emperor penguin, as they call him, right here, the BBQ. Look, don't talk to him, man. He's too big.
Been
But no, but big thanks for you coming on, good sir. It's been awesome having you on.
good. It's been good fun.
Yeah, no, it's why I do it. It's why I do it because we can talk about whatever. We can be in whichever arena, and we're never tied down to something. Because I tell you what, when you have enough freedom to go just about anywhere, and you're not afraid to do a little exploring, although within reason, you could find some surprises along the way. So I'm pretty sure I scared some people, but we're okay. We're okay. Oh man. But anyway, no, thank you for coming on, good sir. And remember, you are always welcome to come back on again. There's never just one time. It gets kind of it is one of the things though is the more people I've added onto the list of coming on, the more of a challenge it becomes in re-inviting people on. And mostly it's of various things like scheduling on their end, or scheduling on either end, or maybe and I've been blocked by a few people that I've had on before too. So that can happen. But whole variety of things. But I'm always willing to bring people back because there's always more to talk about. Again, like
Yeah,
you said,
100%.
it can always be new every time, and that's the greatest part is that there's always something going on. There's always something that changes. There's always perspective to see, and that's the true worth of what DaraChat is. So, and you get to all be part of it. So, thank you for that. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Oh,
Thanks,
there we go.
Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy. Now, now BBQ Penguin knows a Netherland too. So there you go. But how I end the show, uh, for those who don't know, is gosh, don't get stuck. Where is it at? I'm trying to find it. There we go. For those, I end the show with "One Day with You" by Pogo. And again, Pogo is the creator of this music video. If you want to see his channel of stuff, there is a link down there that leads to his channel. All the videos that majority of the videos I use, because there's another artist I use too. The majority of the videos I use are on that channel. It's his channel. And guy has made really great stuff, but he hasn't made anything in quite some time. So if you want to see all those videos, watch them anytime. They'll be in that description link in the description down below. But this one is called again "One Day with You." Hope to see you all Monday, or going to see you all Monday. Have a great rest of your weekend, and thank you all so much for being here. You have no idea how much it means to not only me, but those who come on. Thank you all.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go.